intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the fourth departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a wasteland.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your ass. The fucking link is in the chat. That should be.
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's covered, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. So, you locked away inside with the key control, by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit. How do I get my hands on your stuff? Because I need something to clean these titty butts. My dove is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come in. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Keep beefing with the Queen B because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady, Queen B, with the lip ring, is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB can hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
No, because she
I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed!
Oh my god, exposed!
Oh my god, bitch. Did they get that Dugan?
Said they get that Dugan. That shit Chronicle of Shady, you better fucking shut your mouth with that. Girl, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your emails. What the hell is wrong with people?
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Motherfucker killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Look, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away. See you guys.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
Alright. I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got trigger today. I trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, Duke. You hear him?
Yes, your dog is orange.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
It's living. These motherfuckers hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me Tim.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. Alright, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening? What's happening, y'all? What's going on? Sunday shenanigans. What is going on in these YouTube streets here? We ended Saturday night, and I ain't came back till just now, so we were up late last night. Well, it was late to me. It was like 11:30, 12 o'clock. Late enough. What are y'all up to? What y'all doing? You guys been watching the craziness go on all day today? Did you guys watch the rally and the ride and stuff for Sebastian? Did you guys see all that? The Celtics and the Pacers, huh? Okay, let's see here. All of you, every single one of these true crime channels and everyone exploiting an autistic and missing child while being ignorant about autism needs to stop. Yeah, they're gonna continue to keep doing that, honey. That's just all there is to it. Right now, this is a cash cow. So I hate to say this, but Sebastian Rogers right now is the YouTube cash cow. And they're going to exploit this little kid until they can't exploit it anymore. I touched grass and missed it. Yeah, I know. Happens quick, don't it? Man, I'll tell you what. They were out there doing their thing. I mean, I haven't seen anything bad yet. Like, I haven't seen any drama or any bullshit, but I mean, the shit that went on last night was enough, but you know, I did see that Pascal made it there, and it seemed like more like a party to me. T-Rev was there, Pascal was there, Seth and all his peeps was all there. Hey, Cotton Candy Boobs, baby, I watched your stream last night, girl. We got to chat. You need to shoot me an email, baby. Yeah, Deborah, right now it went from Summerwells. Summerwells was the cash cow for the longest time. And then it went to Quentin Simon. And then it went to Kylie Rodney, and I mean, just it goes down the line. You know, anybody that's missing and any child that's missing or murdered, bam, you can count on it to be the cash cow for YouTube tragedy pimps. I mean, for fuck's sakes, we got somebody coming out to expose their previous relationship endeavors with somebody for Seth. So, I mean, let's just keep it real, you know? I'm just getting a few things done. Oh, I wish you would, Pineapple. I wish you would. That'd be a good panel, baby. That'd be fun. Let's see. And pain is not going away. Well, I hope you feel better, baby. Look, either Pascal's a giant or T-Rev is very, very small to Jamie. I was like, damn. I was like, look, T-Rev's little. I was like, wait, is he 15 or is he grown? Because damn, either Pascal's tall as hell. Or T-Rev is extra small. Either way, though, we're about to watch it. Because y'all know they was there. Y'all know they was all there. So we about to put it on. Oh, are you, Eris? Okay, 6'3". Well, yeah, I was going to say Pascal. I don't know. He looked like he was like 6'3", too. I mean, he looked... T-Rev looked like he was going to jump in Pascal's back pocket. I'm done. What's up, voices? What you doing, girl?
Dude, that one's like looks little size. Hobbit size, right? They're like little fun-sized snacks. I've never seen so many tiny little YouTubers. And then here, Pascal, he looks like he's a Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pascal. She said he looked like he was 8'10", and T-Rev looked like he was 4'2".
Like Shaq and Kevin Hart together.
I can't. This is too funny. This is too funny. And you know what, though? Look, all bullshit aside, why did they crowd up over there like that? I guess I don't understand.
Dude, I don't know, but I wrote a nasty little note on my community wall to Pascal. Congratulations. You've achieved tragedy pimp status. Boots on the ground, my ass. Boots on the ground, my ass. I hope you realize that you just sold your soul to the devil to line your pockets with financial reward off the back of this little boy. Congratulations, buddy. Gross. Dr. Evil and Mini-Me. Oh,
I said, pretty. Dang, look at it.
We thank you for him, and we know that you are able and will bring him home. Lord, we have faith in you, God. We trust in you, God. We believe in you, oh Father, that you can do anything exceedingly and abundantly above.
You can't hear shit he's saying. I mean, you can't fucking hear anything he's saying.
Well, it's because you're parallel with the speaker. If you want to hear what the speaker's saying, you got to be in front of it. See the speaker up to behind the over there on the other side of the people talking?
I mean, they look like they had a pretty decent turnout, you know? But I feel like most of them are there so that they can live stream and say, hey, I went, I made it, I went, I got the live stream.
So did you hear what Seth very first said? When they were originally talking about this, I was listening to another thing that was reviewing it, and Seth said, well, we had to move it from the church because they wouldn't allow us to live stream.
Yeah, the church doesn't want them to live stream there.
Right. So if it wasn't about,
they want to actually have the vigil out and not fucking put on a party for live streamers to,
right?
You know,
so if
show up and show out on a
right. So if it was really about Sebastian and this being truly about him, then they would have absolutely left it at the church and not turned it into a live streaming party. This is no different than the bullshit that went on in Savannah, Georgia, the bullshit that went on in Tennessee with Summer Wells. It's the same shit, new child. Way to exploit.
Yep. Hot off the press. Hot off the press, baby. And you know them super chats were rolling in. Terry, she was live too. Her fucking shit. She had like, I don't know, 2,000 people in her chat while she was live streaming the whole thing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, live stream brings in the money, baby. Especially when you out there 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people in your chat. What you think? I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that they are willing. I am glad that they are willing to sell their souls to line their pockets off of the back of a missing child.
Well, I figured Pascal would be like, hey, since I made so much money off this case and so much money off this little boy, here's money towards his reward fund, or, you know, here's a check towards, you know, or here's some cash money towards his reward. I would like to set this up, you know, for Sebastian's reward money or reward fund. No, nobody did. T-Rev, I didn't see him doing that. Nobody.
Oh, hell no. That would cut into their bottom line, dude. No, it's not going to work. Sorry. I like how you think, though.
No donations, no nothing. No.
Nope, not at all.
Yes, I was going to say, I figured there'd be at least something, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is from the Pascal family. You know, here's a check for $1,000 or something. You know what I'm saying? No, hell no.
Girl, I'd love to see any one of these people, from Dolly to Justin to Brittany to T-Rev to Pascal to any one of these, Terry Lynn, Smiley, all of them that have been out here just milking the lab, milking this case, even the PIs. When are any one of them going to pony up a little bit of funds and put it for this boy? They won't do it. Oh, he brought hot dogs and water. Well, good for him. Yes, they had hot dogs. He mentioned that last night. I don't know.
Where was Chris and Katie? Did they get an invite? Did they get invited to this at all? Or
so what I originally heard Seth say was that when the reason it was going to be at the church, then they would be attending.
Yeah.
And then once it got changed, they didn't attend, and I don't blame them for it not attending.
Yeah, because I thought Chris said if it was at the church, they would attend.
Yep.
And I think that's because they knew, you know, without the streaming, there wouldn't be a big old shit show and people wouldn't be showing up to come to it if they can't live stream. Well, then obviously you see what happened. Because they couldn't live stream, the YouTubers were like, nope, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work for us.
Yep. Yeah,
fuck
no,
parents. We don't give a fuck if you guys get to be there or not. We don't care about that. We need to make sure we get that shit on the live stream. Yeah, church wouldn't let him live stream. And that's where Chris and Katie were going to go. Duke, stop it.
And
the chaos. Pissed. He said, fuck this. He is mad.
He's like, I can't believe you assholes got home a little one.
Oh, yeah, he is pissed.
I do not like the new puppy.
Oh, hell no, he don't. But here we go. Ready?
And I just want to, like I said, take a minute to do things. You know, if there's anybody here that needs prayer for anything, let's take a minute to do that. Some guys in CNA here, talk to Texas Go, bless them life. They'll be happy to bless you, G, or to bless you. So we want to open that up to y'all. Anybody who needs prayer today. And, you know, just being thankful. Everybody start with the food and start with the business. I think he took care of prayer. Thank y'all. Is there a Brad Mitchell? Is he here?
Dawn. Miss Katie K gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you. If y'all got one, please make sure you tell Katie K thank you. Memberships are rotating, so a lot of them have fallen off. Just giving you a heads up. If you guys got one, please make sure you let her know.
You don't want to lose your crown.
That's right. There's a lot. You know what, though? There's a lot of people that have been getting their golden crowns. We got a bunch of little queen bees around here.
Oh my God, look at you raising them up.
That's right. I love my little bitties. All you little bitties. Even
Hey,
the
look.
ones that don't want to be here.
Cheesy just walked in. I don't got to take notes now.
Cheesy, Wheezy. Get your ass up here, girl. I know you done missed out today. You've been busy all damn day. I've been busy a little bit, but not too much. Not like you. Oh, I miss Corinne. All right, here we go. I miss that girl too. I hope she's feeling better. Do we know who this guy is?
No, and I can't even tell. I can see his lips moving, but I can't tell what he's saying.
I can't either. Oh, look, Tracy Scholler. She said, I did. I got mine.
Welcome to the club.
Congratulations, love, on your golden crown, baby. Hey, Monica. How you doing, baby? Cheesy V said, I'm in Milwaukee. Go ahead, girl. Do your thing. Yeah, that mic sucks. I don't know. We can't hear. We couldn't hear last time they were doing it either. When they did this last time, we couldn't hear about it. But how many people do you think are going to say, well, Chris and Katie didn't go. Chris and Katie weren't there.
Oh, I've already heard it. They're not there. They're not going. You know what? It's not safe for them.
Well, no, and he said they would agree to go if it was at the church. It was, and it got moved from the church so that the streamers could fucking live stream, right? So, yeah, they basically said, fuck Chris and Katie coming. We want to live stream. We would rather live stream than have his mom and his stepdad here.
Well, they said it without saying it, in my opinion. They said it without saying
me
it
off.
Because it was moved and it wasn't at the school, or it was at the school.
I could not imagine raising my child every fucking day, doing what we do every day. His dad didn't see him for a whole month, right? Not a whole month. He didn't get to see him, whatever was going on. Next thing you know, this happens. And I'm basically booted the fuck out. And then his dad comes in like he runs the show. What?
Wait, he did say last night he runs the show. The way he talked to Trevor, I re-listened to it again from last night because I was so gobsmacked. Queen, there was so much in there that we missed. So much in there.
I know we need to go back over it again. True Seeker member for 3 months. Thank you for being here, baby. I appreciate you. Alpha 24 member for 8 months. Thank you, babe. Well, if you want to come up, Cheesy, you're welcome to come up. I know you got stuff to do, though, so I don't want to, you know what I mean? But it just pisses me the fuck off that that's his mom and stepdad, and he lived with them 24/7, was with them all the fucking time, and they just get pushed to the side like fucking nobodies and then talk shit about them. That shit pisses me right off.
Did anybody else notice the way Seth spoke? Like, this is, I named him. This is my kid. This is my show. Did anybody, like, that's also... If you've been around COs before, I have family members that are, that's one of the ways that they dominate. Now, we got to see a little bit, in my opinion, we got to see a little bit of the real Seth. Do you think that that could be maybe an indicator as to why Sebastian disappeared? I do, personally. I think that he may be kind of on a little, I think he might have little bits of power tripping. Again, that's my opinion. Well, it's because it was moved to the school, Cheesy. They were willing to come when it was at the church.
Yeah, they made plans, and Chris said he would be there if it was at the church, that him and Katie would be there at the church. The church said no live streaming, no bullshit. You know, we want to have a good time. We want to respect the parents. No. because they could not, because the church said they are not going to allow them to live stream, they moved locations. Meaning they moved locations. So, of course, Chris and Katie are not going to be there. Why would they be there when they're not protected? Would you go stand in front of a mob of people that fucking hated you and blamed you and said you did something to your child? I
No,
sure as
ma'am.
fuck wouldn't. Because I can tell you right now, it would not end good. Not at all.
Nope. No reason to.
That shit pisses me right the fuck off. Maybe I'm wrong for it, but either way, it pisses me right the fuck off how they're being treated.
Well, I mean, I think
making me number one since the fucking day since this shit came out.
I think you're looking at it as if you were putting yourself in their shoes. God forbid that ever happened. You would want to be treated properly. You would want to be treated with respect and dignity and not have to worry about your safety. You're already worrying that your child is gone.
Well, I wouldn't want to go deal with the crowd of people who, one was arrested for shooting a gun, can't be around minors. The other one, is his PR rep now.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, there's just no way. There's no way I would do half the shit or, deal with half the bullshit that they're being expected to fucking deal with.
One of the things that really has me frustrated is that when you look at this, it's Terry Lynn, it's Smiley, it's Justin, it's the Lab, it's T-Rev, and there's a couple others, and they're just pushing them all from one chat to another chat and just keeping an entire narrative going. And I've never seen, like, they bitch about us being echo chamber. Well, I don't know if I agree with that. I see a lot of echo chambering going on in other places. I don't either, Nini. I don't. Here's my thought, and I said it the other night, and I still stand by it. What happens if Sebastian if he was either lured away or made his plan to leave, and God forbid, he's being shown what's going on YouTube right now and seeing the mess that it is. And I wish he would too, Nee. I think that your best bet when this happens is to get away from it. I mean, I guess my thought is that I have even more questions now after finding out about the leaked call and I still believe after listening to that Heather lady, I truly believe that she's the one who recorded it. So she would have had to be part of the leak of it. And I really think that she's working hard to try to spin a narrative to make it seem like it's, it's already all out in the public now, but it's not. It's a child custody case. That's not a matter of public record. You can't just FOIA that and get that information. So as quickly as she played it off, it doesn't work like that, right? You think so, Kim? You think that that's the real side of Seth? I agree, Sama. None of this helps to find this missing child. None of it. I don't know. Is that the real Chris? I mean, listen, I listened to that recorded call again. I don't think it's as bad as I mean,
that recorded call really ain't shit, and I'd be pissed too. I mean, I would have said a hell of a lot worse than that. So let's just keep it real.
That's where I was headed. I was trying to think of the.
Oh no, I would have been a straight bitch. I don't care. Call me what you want to.
Well,
nope.
I mean, I think it was a bitch move that the call was recorded. I think it was a bitch move. And then we hear that, you know,
oh no, put it out and then say no, you didn't put it out. And
well, do you know that it was given and they said don't release it until this day?
Yeah, conveniently the day that Chris had court.
Well, then why are YouTubers fucking around in a court case?
Exactly.
That's my question.
Be fucking around in a court case. It's a bunch of bullshit. And they need to keep their fucking nose out of shit like that. Shit that ain't ain't their fucking business. Hey, Allie, you up here, baby?
Hi. Yeah, I am. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Miss Brittany, you're up here too, baby. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can, Queen.
Okay,
Hi, everyone.
honey?
I just wanted to say one thing and then I'll drop down. But I really think Seth needs to stop going on YouTube. Like this, we are totally losing the point, which is Sebastian. If I was Sebastian and I saw my dad doing all this, because let's say he ran away on his own.
Did we lose her?
You cut out, baby. Your mic's still working, but you're cutting out.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Okay. I'm looking at this from Sebastian's point of view, which is if my dad was doing all that shit and I ran away, I wouldn't want to come home if I knew this was the stuff I was coming home to. Like, I'm mortified for Sebastian because he's lost in all this. Seth is too obsessed with the YouTube and getting his, 15 minutes. Of course, I don't know how I would handle it if I was a parent. I'm not a parent. I don't know how I would handle it. But I would hope that I wouldn't act like this. And that's all I wanted to say, that Seth really needs to stop and think about Sebastian could see this and he could not be coming home because of this.
I agree. I do agree with you. I just don't understand how he hasn't recognized that yet. I mean,
you shared his innermost. You told people on the internet that he wore incontinence briefs. Why?
Mm-hmm.
We did not need to know that. Like, that was not a
no, and it doesn't need to be repeated either. You know what I mean? Like that's something that should have been kept private.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people forget too that Sebastian, he's not a baby. He's not a child. He's a 15-year-old boy, young man. I mean, the kids he went to school with are not toddlers. You know, the kids know too. They can do their own research. I mean, putting that out into the universe like that, it wasn't fair at all.
And it's not like, okay, let's say he got kidnapped. It's not like he's gonna, forget about all this stuff. I mean, he's going through a traumatic event and then your dad topples on. Oh, here's more traumatic stuff. And that's hard for anybody, let alone a 15-year-old. You're just trying to figure out how to survive the teens when you're 15. And then you have a traumatic event like getting kidnapped, and then your dad puts out your personal information that does not need to be repeated. No one needed to know that. Especially not a YouTuber with a skunk hairstyle and a backdrop that she got from the Piggly Wiggly, which, by the way, voices your imitation of said YouTuber that I'm referring to dead on. But this is stuff we did not need to know, and that's all I wanted to say, that Seth needs to stop, and we did not need to know all this.
Yep. I totally agree, baby. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you.
I agree too.
Queen, I did want to ask you one thing. How's it going with your new dog?
You know what? It's my kids' dog, and they're doing pretty good with her.
Okay, good.
You know,
I just wanted to check and make sure everything was going good for the fam.
Yep. They're doing their thing.
Are they still calling her Nala, or have you gotten them to call her Daisy?
No, it's their dog, so I'm letting them do their thing. So
Okay, well, I just needed a puppy update and
yep, she's
to
doing
say
good.
my piece.
They're having a good
Thank
time with her. Grandma and grandpa made their day and got them the dog. So hopefully it'll help with the heartbreak. I mean, it was pretty hard. You know, it is hard when you lose an animal, and I know there's other people that have lost animals as well, and it hurts. I'm not ready for another animal, for another dog yet. My heart still hurts really bad. So
yeah,
I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready. I know that they are, and that's okay. You know, and I hope they're doing good with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
a pup date.
That's all
Thank
I
you.
wanted to say, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming up, baby.
Bye.
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 Bye, voices.
I know Katie K said, I just love her. She's so sweet. She's such a sweetheart.
I always love it when Brittany pops up.
I know. She always comes up. She's like, well, I just got one thing to say. She's so sweet.
Yep.
She always has insightful things to say, too. She is very sweet.
Yep. So, okay, is this that's Trevor? No, that's not Trevor. That can't be Trevor.
He's too tall.
Yeah.
That's tiny.
Or T-Rev, Trevor.
Oh, right.
So is that Tony right there then, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's Tony and Seth. I wonder which one of those ladies is Michaela. I'm curious to find out what Michaela
I think it's the blonde one, because do you remember the picture? Somebody brought this up to me yesterday, where Seth is in like the bed of the truck, and he's kind of like laying down, and then there's a blonde woman like in the back of him to the left.
In the back of him to the left, that's Karen. Karen's been searching. She's been here.
No. I'm talking about a picture. Like a few weeks ago, there was a picture of Seth. He's like in the bed of a truck, and he's like looking at his phone. It's a side profile picture of him. And right behind him, like very close, like possibly even touching him behind him, is a blonde woman. I think she even has glasses too.
Huh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Mason and his damn chicken nugget.
Well, mommy wants to play. Chill. Okay,
Dude,
so I think this is where T-Rev pops up next to him.
When I clicked the link, I said, listen, mom needs 45 minutes to play with her friends. And then it's bedtime. We got a big day tomorrow. Give me 45 minutes. He's being an asshole. He's not giving it to me.
He wants to play. That's it. They said, is Mason a pit bull? They're asking you, is Mason a pit bull? What kind of dog is Mason?
He's a Shih Tzu. Stress on the word shit.
There you go. All right, here we go.
Y'all can see Sebastian Strong all day, right? There is I guess they're going to do a little bit of a cookout now afterwards. Again, you know, I just have to push and reiterate that we're here to try to get as much information as we can, right? Find some truth and some facts surrounding this whole wild, mysterious case. We still don't know every.
Yeah, see, I don't know about that. Yeah, Rowena, Pascal is there. Tony, the TikTok guy, is there. T-Rev is there. I mean, it's the whole YouTube dream team plus some.
And I think somebody
They're
said
saying T-Rev bought all the food for today. Well, that's good. At least he donated something. Fuck, at least T-Rev donated something. You know what I mean?
I think that Brian Crabtree was there, possibly.
Oh, Stephen Crabtree. Okay.
Steven, yeah, that's the guy's name. Sorry.
So the only one of the dream team is Nina. She's still missing. Katie K gifted 10 more memberships. Thank you, Miss Katie K. I appreciate you supporting the channel, my love. Thank you. If you guys got one, please make sure you tell her thank you.
She can't get out of Texas. Her truck doesn't run, remember?
Karen Lee says here, I thought it was terrible when people were saying horrible things to Katie Proudfoot on Mother's Day, a mom with a missing child. We don't know what's happened. Exactly. You can sit and fucking down a mother like that on Mother's Day while their child's missing. You're a piece of shit.
Everything. We don't know the truth of everything. We don't know if there's anybody withholding information. We don't know if he just walked out. We don't know anything yet, which is really frustrating. And I am just very hopeful that by these vigils, by people showing up and showing out, that this will inspire some truth to come out at some point. All right. I know that there's been a lot of drama as of.
You don't say, Pascal. Come on now.
You have been the drama, sir. You have been a major part of the drama.
Thank you.
Come the fuck on.
A major player in this part. Come on now.
Pimpin'. No reason to lie to us, brother. You've been pimping.
It's been really disappointing to see, how I don't know. It's like he threw all his morals, everything out the window. Fuck it.
I'm so disappointed in Pascal I mean, I can't believe he fed into this the way he did.
Oh, it was only a matter of time. Think about it.
I agree.
As big as he was, it was only a matter of time before he did this and realized that he could do it and make a full-time financial living off of it.
Yeah, do you know how many people, hey Monkey Mark, you know how many people have jumped on the bandwagon when they find out how much money they can make? They'll just jump on and just start trashing the fuck out of these parents.
Yep.
I think that's what's, partially what's happening.
How many parents have we stood up for over here? A lot.
All of them.
All of them.
Almost every single one of them.
All of them so far. We have not gone against a parent yet.
Not until there's sufficient amount of evidence and it is said by Ellie, until that point, what are you doing? Why? There's no point in trying to destroy somebody's life when they're already going through such a traumatic experience.
Right.
Oh, Seth, see if the CPS records come out, Seth's going to jail. Seth signed papers saying so. Well, I sure as hell hope so, because you know what? That shit right there should not be coming out. It should not be coming out. And I'll tell you right now, anybody that still is upset about that phone call, I would be mad as fuck too if I was Chris. I would be pissed. I think I probably would have said some worse things than what he said.
You know what? That woman should lose her fucking license. She's now running around doing a clean it up campaign. Who recorded the call?
I heard her last night. Not wanting to admit, talking about, well, I didn't. It doesn't mean it's leaked. I don't like the word leaked. Well, what do you call it then? What the fuck else do you call it?
You should have seen her edited Facebook post from the Justice Warrior League. They're now deleted. I don't have them. No. they were now deleted. I went looking for them after I was made aware of them, and I cannot find them. They're gone.
I have a theory, though. I have a theory about where.
Yeah,
the
but
exact
give me a
point
time
was.
out. Everybody felt bad for Seth's mom, but nobody felt bad for Katie, Sebastian.
Right.
Are you kidding me right now? How fucking ass backwards is this?
I said this in voice chat earlier today. When I, throughout all of this, came to thinking last night, how different everything would be right now had Katie and Chris been the ones to flip the narrative on Seth. And they could have easily done that. Very easily done that. Chris could have come out and said, I take care of Sebastian. He's my son. Seth never sees him. Katie could have insinuated that Seth had him. They could have done exactly what he is doing to them. It's that easy. And people would have ran with it. It's just so fucked up.
Allie, I agree with that. I fully agree with that, because think about it. We learned out of Seth's own mouth that he hadn't seen Sebastian for the month prior. We didn't learn it from the Proudfoots, not at all. We learned that from Seth, out of Seth's own mouth.
Yeah.
So I agree with you on that assessment.
And when the Proudfoots saw that Seth was getting a little, loose with his jaw and saying things and making assumptions and, pointing the finger and inciting the hate, they could have easily, again, flipped that narrative at that point. But they chose to take the higher road, and they chose to just focus on finding Sebastian.
Oh, I agree. And even from the beginning, they had agreed they weren't going to speak poorly of one another until Seth threw the first shot. I mean, you can clearly see that they have, think about the co-parenting that had to go on and probably how much bending had to go on between the two, because you see that one is flexible and one isn't.
Yep.
And that leaked call, or the supposed leaked call, that just shows, in my opinion, that shows a husband that's wanting to protect his wife from any further damage happening. It shows that he was aware of her trauma, and the dog whistle that the PI did, again, if that's how this PI acts, I would hope that people make sure to steer families in the future away from her.
I agree. I do agree. And, I did hear Chris say last night the same exact thing that you just said, Voices. He said that Katie is his wife. His job is to protect his wife, and that's what he's always going to do, and that's what he's going to continue to do. And that was without the context of the phone call. It had nothing to do with the phone call. It was just a general talk.
Listen, if that dog handler, she might be legit, but I believe that she's also got a nefarious side to her as well.
Of late and all that, I'm not here for it personally. That's why when I showed you guys the first live over at this, everybody showing up, showing out, showing some positivity, some positive energy, that's what I care about, is a whole community of people coming together and actually showing love. A lot of these people didn't have to show up. A lot of these people didn't have to show up at all, y'all, and they still did. That says something about people and how we are all innately good, okay, at the foundation, right, is here right now. That's just has been demonstrated all afternoon. It's been insane, and people are showing some serious love, and I'm here for it, right? And so hopefully...
There it
What's up, homie? What's good, man?
There it is.
It's the big and the little of it.
Hold on. When he walks away, he looks extra small.
He looks super fucking small up there.
He looks like he goes
right
up to his belly button.
man. All right. You're not on camera, but are you okay?
He said you're not on camera, but you okay with being on camera, T-Rev?
Damn,
Coming on camera? Everyone's saying that you're here. I didn't know you were here. T-Rev in the house, y'all.
T-Rev in the house, little short man.
Oh, little guy.
He looks 12. He looks like a little boy that borrowed his dad's
Either
clothes.
Pascal is super tall or he's a little short, one or the other.
Pascal's 8'10", T-Rev is 4'2". He's half his size. Watch when he walks. Watch when Pascal walks away. He looks extra itty bitty.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, homie? What's good, man?
Oh, look at him. Look at him.
He's not even up to his shoulder.
Go put him in his pocket.
Hat on.
He's not even, it's just the angle. It's got to be the angle. Look how tall Pascal, man.
Ben, how you doing? Are you good? Yeah. Nice to finally meet you in the flesh, man. Man, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. You know, Pascal got you.
He's never done that before. He's never said that ever in his life.
Yeah, right.
You, bro.
Yeah, YouTube move. Yeah, for sure. Hit the like button, huh? And the Pascal, huh? What the fuck? Come on now.
We'll wrap in a second, but I wanted to make sure that this happened. That this happened. Real. Live. All right. The wonderment of YouTube. The wonderment of YouTube. How you doing, my brother? You know what I mean? People showing up, showing out. Yes, sir. Everybody getting some food. What's up, fellas? What's up? All for Sebastian, right? Sebastian strong all day, right? Yes. Yeah, man. All right. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. All right. So, yeah.
There is no
Two YouTubers meeting each other. That's
just where it's at. Two YouTubers meeting each other. What's up, Cheesy? How you doing, baby?
Wow, he's really tall, huh?
Yeah.
Shoulders on him.
All about the YouTubes.
Did you hear last night, Chris on Cluminati's? He was really being nice.
I heard that. I heard that he did a really good job. Like, he was really calm and cool and collected and stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of people that said they wish he'd come up so they could, you know, let him know that he's got support and shit over here. But I guess he gave us a shout out.
He did, yeah.
He did.
Him being such a nice person, and you could just tell when he's not being attacked.
Right. And that's what
when he doesn't
people are like, oh, he's shitty as hell. Well, he's got to be defensive. I mean, goddamn, could you imagine being you and your wife against the whole fucking internet and Seth?
Mm-hmm.
And
It was like night and
Seth is
day.
fucking saying.
Like his personality, like you got to think about it though. Like he was in a more comfortable spot. He was less stressed. He wasn't getting accused of anything. He didn't have to defend himself. He just was able to chill.
And he wasn't defending his wife either.
Yeah.
And he
talked.
Defend his wife, I should say.
And he talked good about Sebastian and Katie. She doesn't like to be on panels, she said. But she said, I am not abused. I'm here, I'm fine, and I'm not abused. She said, you know. Sad she has to say that, you know. Do I sound okay? I don't even know.
Yeah, you sound good.
Yeah, the simple fact that she's got to even come out and say that is ridiculous.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheesy, what channel was that on?
That was on Cluminati's channel.
Okay.
Now, I don't know Cluminati. So far, so good. The jury's still out. I'm still new to her.
So I don't really know her too. I know Heels clipped her saying that she's like, Hugh Sluthers couldn't find my vagina if it was covered in flour or something like that. I'm like, oh, fuck.
But she's been very kind to Chris and Katie.
And that's what I heard. I heard she's been a very kind, I heard she's been very kind. I heard she is very nice.
She sent flowers to Katie for Mother's Day.
Yeah, I heard she's like kind of rough around the edges like we are, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So far, so good. She seems nice. I don't know, though. I'm still new to her. Duchess likes her. So.
Wow. I think this has just gotten way, way off track. And between the financial, the personal dirt throwing that's happening when there's 3 parents and 2 of the 3 are not participating in it, but one is surrounded himself with super questionable people, with some very financially motivated interest.
No, I didn't know that, Teresa. Did you see that, Voices?
That Seth is alienating everybody that hasn't jumped on his narrative.
Right.
You know,
I
and
agree
Tony
with
swoops
that.
in, and now they're all working on the same page. All of them are on the
Teresa said,
same
did
page.
y'all know Sebastian went missing on the anniversary when KP filed for divorce from Seth?
Listen, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I heard that.
We learn now that he had more internet access. I
Yeah.
am telling you, I fully believe it has something to do with the change in the living situation.
Yeah, I've thought a lot about that. I mean,
I want to know about that. Why did T-Rev what's going on? Did T-Rev move in with Seth?
What?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he's just chilling. I think he moved to the
post
area
this picture in his Discord? Why is this picture posted in T-Rev's Discord?
because he's a dummy.
I thought he was just going there for the thing. For this thing today.
Guessing so, maybe. I don't know. Somebody said he was moving down
So
there,
now-
and then somebody said he just went for today. I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, I don't know.
So now you're telling me that YouTubers are going to town for vigil, or going to different locations for vigils and spending the night with these families? What the fuck? This is not sleepover slumber party, Bill.
Well, he calls T-Rev his brother, but yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah.
Well, how many other people is called his brother?
I'm telling you, this shit gets crazier and crazier every case.
It really does. There's new players every single fucking day.
And
I
hey,
can't keep up.
You guys, there was something that Seth said last night. Seth said, "Then how did my mother get the call?"
Yeah,
So-
then I said, why not go ask your mom? Why not ask your mom how the fuck she
Yeah,
got
that is
the
my
best
theory.
thing to call your mom and say, Mom, who sent you that call?
Right.
I mean, shit, look, Just No Troll says, I mean, we had shares sending nudes to Don Wells. Well, so we should not have high expectations. Girl,
that's true.
There's been so much shit
fair
going
point.
on in these cases. It's crazy.
That's the same fucking point, yo. I mean, you got us.
They said, look, Teresa said he moved here, guys.
That's what I thought. That's what I kept hearing, that he moved there.
I don't know.
Wow.
But I wanted to say real quick, my phone is going to die here soon, but I wanted everybody it's me and my daughter and my husband, we came down here, but everybody took all the cords in the motel instead of leaving one out here. Anyways, I wanted to say this real quick before my phone dies. Chris was on that panel last night talking decent about Seth. Wasn't dogging him or nothing. While Seth was on another channel dogging Chris and Katie,
Yep, he sure was. He was very respectful, and he just wouldn't talk poorly about Seth. Meanwhile, Seth was, doing his thing that he did.
And that night he was on Web Sleuths when Seth was like going off the handle. And he's like, let's get off the internet and talk about this off the internet. I mean, he was like a big brother to him, or whatever you want to say. I don't know, like a friend, So, I mean, I just hate the way people are treating Katie and Chris, especially Seth. And that's why they're treating him like that, is because Seth is supporting the narrative.
Well, I keep thinking back to what we learned about how Katie and Chris, they urged him to get that job as a CO. They, have done multiple things to, try to make it an easier, from what we have been made aware of. Now, it sounds like they were attempting to make the best of a really difficult situation.
And Seth was ready to quit. He was ready to quit that job, and Chris encouraged him to stay and said it would mean the world to your son if you successfully completed this. So do it.
I agree, Rowena. I agree. Totally their content.
Oh, and if anybody ever goes to Milwaukee, go to the Milwaukee Burger Company. It's really good. They have like huge cheese balls or cheese curds. That's like golf ball size. So good.
Wow, he moved there. This is just great.
Oh,
Now
he did move there?
We have interactive tragedy pimping.
Oh boy.
I agree with what Dick Tim just said too. It's like that they've been raising Seth and Sebastian, having to take care of both of them.
Well, my phone just went dark. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for having me.
Bye, GC.
After I plug in, I'll listen. Goodbye.
Ollie, that's a good point that you just made. Sorry, I was agreeing with you and I was on mute. I think that's a really good point that you just made. That not only were they raising Sebastian, they were also helping Seth get up on his feet and be able to provide and do all the things that a father should. And you never hear them throw that back in his face.
And pushing him to do better, pushing him to succeed. It's encouragement. It's so sad how everything just transpired. And people out here, it looks like a block party, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm glad.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Isn't
anybody else? Where the fuck Katie and Chris ain't there? Are you kidding me right now?
Is anybody else? You getting Summer Wells vibes? This is kind of what it reminds me of when everybody goes down to do their thing, right?
That right there is something I would not be comfortable and not be having a fun time at if it were for somebody that I loved very deeply, like a child who was missing. I wouldn't want to be there. I don't blame her.
Cheryl said if you go on his YouTube, T-Rev said he moved there. Hell no. See? What's up, Cotton? What you doing, baby? What you doing, baby? What?
I'm just blown away, Queen. So now YouTubers are moving in with parents
of missing
child.
Yeah.
Wait, stop. Not moving in, right? Like moving to the same area? Or that's what it is, right?
It's been said he's staying with them at this point for right now until he finds a place.
Jesus.
Yeah. And,
that's sorry.
Well, maybe that's going to be, YouTube payday is coming up, so maybe it'll be only for a short period of time.
Well, I'm sure his paycheck's pretty fucking nice on the 21st there. He'll be getting a nice fucking paycheck.
Did y'all hear him say they raised these rent $500?
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Gee, do you think that has anything to do with the
He had to let that be known.
See?
He was a stay-at-home dad. He said that several times. Like Katie was in the Navy and busted her ass and everything.
That pisses me off too. That pisses me off that they don't give her any credit whatsoever.
And then, whenever he was telling about that, about her going to the Navy, it's like he was disgusted about it.
He couldn't get
and
into
then he
the
got
Navy,
pissed.
and
He's
she
like, you know,
stepped up.
she's the reason I had to sleep in my car. She's the reason I was homeless. No, you're the reason you were fucking homeless.
Right, motherfucker. And you know, and you know
And
what
that
he
was after he
exploited of
smacked the shit out
Sebastian
of
at that
Sebastian.
time. Yes, that was a perfect time for him to go and get custody of Sebastian. Being a single father, homeless, he would have got that baby. That would have been the perfect time. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense, Queen?
Yeah.
Totally. It
You know,
was showed that he was an unfit parent.
And he was a single father. You know, the state will help him.
Right.
Girl.
What's up, bro?
Aw, Rowena.
Hey.
Hey,
I don't know
Roro.
none of these people but voices and Queen. Hello.
Hey, Cotton.
I was sick for a couple days, so I had to get caught up today, girl.
Oh, I hear some
Girl.
southern accent there.
Hey, Carrie Moody.
We've talked a couple of times, Cotton. I used to have a different. Well, I change my name all the time on YouTube, but
Yeah, Carrie, it's me. What was your name? What's your name right now on here? I can't see no
you just
names
call
of
me
nobody.
Allie, but I'm
Honey,
Pineapple Icicle Tree at the moment. I'm sure
You
that'll
were
change.
just Allie?
Yeah.
There's so many damn Alleys anymore, though.
I know. That's why I changed my name. I usually don't go by Allie, but yeah, I sent you.
It is good to change it up every now and then, you know, because bullshit like this. And
back when you were beefing with Mary from Quentin Simon, I had that really funny picture of her, and I sent it to you. That you used for one of your lives. I don't know if you remember that. Of Mary, the snuffleupagus.
Yeah, sniffless.
Snuffleupagus.
Not syphilis, but yeah.
Syphilis, Mary
yeah.
syphilis.
The one Uncle Will rode up on.
Yep.
Can I tell y'all something about that? About old Mary? You know, she loved us, Queen and stuff, you know, and all that. And do y'all know who killed her son? Her son got murdered. Do y'all know who done that?
Wait, whose son got murdered?
Mary Sniffly.
When?
I did not know that.
Like within the last, whenever Billy Joe's son went to prison. I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh.
So a long time ago. So it's been a while ago.
But that I think that's I kind of feel bad for Mary now because I can understand her anger and upset because Billy Joe's son is in prison for killing her son.
Well, that now makes a hell of a lot more sense.
Right? That's what I said, Voices. I didn't know that. And when I found that out, I've known that for a long time. I was like, oh my God, her anger and the way she acts is justifiable.
Where's that? Where's the proof of that at? Where's the
share?
Yeah, that ain't girl bye now. Come on now.
Hey, look it up.
Well,
I mean, that's true. We probably could look it up and see.
Here ain't a receipt. Shit, no. Girl, no.
We can't go off of her word, but we will. We can look it up if you. I mean, you know what I'm saying. We can do that.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Shoot me an email or something. We'll figure it
Can
out.
you look right now while we're online?
Well, damn it, Cotton. I was going with you on that, but now I got to pull back. You're out on your own now, girl.
I'm gonna go look.
No, I mean, I believe it 100% with my heart, but I want, you know, I want y'all to feel safe too. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm going to have to see the receipt of that. And I'm
I was
also
gonna
going
say
to
I gotta have a receipt on that before I believe that. Because Snuffleupagus likes to lie her motherfucking ass off, and so does Cher sometimes. So
yeah,
yeah, but I know a lot of
free.
shit. And me and Cher was close. It was different. And
But you know what?
yeah, I know. I get that too.
I also want to see the receipt of T-Red buying all the hot dogs. Because
yeah, that's how to say. When did he do that? They said he needs to pay his child support. Did you see? They said T-Rev needs to pay his child support and stop buying hot dogs.
$50,000. $50,000. Boy, they'll come get you in Tennessee. $50,000. Well, I saw 54.
Hey, man.
Yeah, how many kids you got? 50 million? Or what? You ain't never paid a dime. I'm thinking you ain't never paid a dime on a few. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So $50,000 worth of child support, but yet we're moving to Tennessee to go move in with a missing child's father and buy hot dogs for his vigil for community awareness and togetherness.
And it's like I just read in chat. This isn't a stretch. Ziggy married a suspect.
Food stamp, right? We got Ziggy marrying a suspect.
Oh no, I'm good for y'all over here.
Oh my God, Lord!
Fucking mind blown right now, girl.
No, I believe it 100% with my heart, you know, because I don't know, I just do. And No, I never told it, and no one's ever talked about it. And I think Cher's the only one that knows that. Let's see, hold on. How would I put this? Y'all know his name?
No.
Billy Joe's son.
Honey, this was
No,
your
but
story.
we're talking. We'll talk about that later, baby. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're getting off track. We're on the Sebastian shit. We need to stay on this. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry.
But look,
But y'all was said something about Mary, and look, I done scrolled off. I'm sorry, Queen. I didn't mean
I know
to
it's
love.
okay, babe. I'm just saying we gotta circle back around. We gotta stay on this. You know what I mean? We're
Oh,
getting
I
off
get it.
track.
Totally. I scroll off, and we all get to talking, you know. And
Right.
Gonna get lost.
hey,
in the
listen,
weeds
like
over
the
here.
bird hacker days, Queen.
I know, right?
Glad that bitch
I said, they
fucking
don't know nothing about
disappeared.
the bird hacker days. Shit, I don't
They
think
got
any of
no
them would have
idea what
survived the bird hacker
2020,
days.
baby.
Right. I don't think any of them would have survived the bird hacker days.
Bird hacker.
And look, man, we made it.
Right.
I didn't
we
think
sure
it was
did.
ever going to end. Shell Bell was in my chat the other night, Queen.
Holy fuck. Oh, God.
That's what I said. I said, oh, fuck. She said, what?
I keep seeing her everywhere. She's been in other chats too.
I can't believe
God,
how
she's
fucking
like-
short T-Rev is. Oh, there's Pascal. Look. Where's little T-Rev at? He's got to be, little food stamps got to be around here somewhere.
He's like pocket sized.
I could break that fool with a.
Not pocket size.
He is pocket sized.
What's that toy, Polly Pockets?
Polly Pocket?
You know that
Yes.
little Polly Pockets?
He can fit in Pascal's pocket for
He's
sure.
little Trev in the trousers. He's little Trev in the trousers, baby.
Trouser Trev.
Little T-Rev in the trousers.
Oh.
Fool. That's all right. Tennessee will get you. That's all right. Keep not paying your child support. They'll find you. Trust and believe they will.
Oh, you on Rowena's list?
And guess where I'm from? That state, bitch. That
Uh-oh.
state.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. But you know what I thought was very interesting?
Tell us.
Because I had to watch everything on replay since like Friday. But okay, and that's like 6 months in YouTube world. But anyway, Smelly's world over there last night or whatever,
I love that.
whenever
Slimy.
it was, you know.
Yeah.
And she's up there all big and bad. Sid, come back up here. Come back up here. I've got 1,600 in chat. She was thrilled to death. And Seth gets up there. I'm sorry. And look, then he puts on the. If y'all watch, every time his ass gets nailed to the wall, he breaks out with the, and look, I'm not saying he don't love his son. I'm not saying he don't miss his son. I'm not saying he don't want his son back. But the actions that he's doing are not showing me that. You can say the words, you can, and then you got Smiley over there listening to him. And look, she about rubbed her eyeballs out trying to whip up a tear. Bitch, let me tell you something, Smelly. When you cry, your nose and your eyes, they're all connected. Your nose and your eyes, they're connected, bitch. So when you cry, your nose is going to run. You cannot cry a legit tear without your nose running because they're connected, you idiot.
And you can tell she sucks her thumb.
Yeah, the teeth. She's got
CJ
thumb
there?
sucker teeth.
CJ didn't go. He was all about fucking going around their house and showing their house and shit. Why wasn't he there?
I thought he quit. Didn't he quit?
Oh, he did quit.
No, he was back on his bullshit again.
I know he
didn't
was.
quit, girl, bye.
JK, LOL.
Quit for the day.
I ain't even had a gummy today.
day.
I'm not in the mood. I ain't even had no gummy today. I ain't had no chill out or nothing. And I still got a headache. But anyway. But let me
not the gummies. Here we go.
No, I ain't even had none, man. It's bad. But
look, we done squirted off something else. I love it.
But but she's sitting there. I got 1,600 in chat, and he apologized. What are you apologizing for, honey? Are you kidding me? She was loving it, loving every minute of it.
She is the worst person I've ever seen on here like that. You all in these kid cases.
Oh, she's trash.
It ain't right.
Look, she's trash. Let me tell you, she got a real hard on for Doug. No thanks.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I was
hard on for
looking.
him.
Well, Rowena, I'm not trash.
You
I
are
go
trash.
down to the Piggly Wiggly and I take my trash down to see Dale at the Piggly Wiggly. And
Girl.
yeah.
I'm like a buffalo.
I'm just saying. We were supposed to be in Tennessee last week, but something came up and we couldn't go for other family reasons. But we going in a couple weeks. Yeah.
Oh, are you saying you want to meet me down at Linda and you can get
You know
yourself a
what? I
fill up
would,
and die do like
I
mine?
wouldn't take nothing, but I would so sit there and say, girl, what are you doing? What are you do you know? But never mind, she don't care because she's getting money off of it. This all revolves around money, and I'm gonna tell you something else. Please, I really don't care what anybody thinks of me, but this is my opinion. You can be a piece of shit person and have a missing child, cancer, and
Yes,
the worst
ma'am.
tragedy that you've
Facts.
ever experienced,
None of
and you're
that
still a piece of shit
discriminates.
person.
I say that all the time. Two things can be the same at once.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I feel for you because your son is missing. But I'll tell you who I really feel for. I feel for Sebastian because I do
And
think that
Katie
he's out
too.
there. Yeah, I'm gonna get to her in a minute. But
Love her
I
heart.
do feel for Sebastian because when they take Seth to go reunite with Sebastian, he's gonna have to look him in the eyes, knowing everything that he did to him and his mother that he loves.
You know he misses her.
Are you kidding me? There has been all this stuff that's been put out that was none of our business. But you know what blew me away about Smelly's panel? You know, besides having all the tragedy pimps up there,
What, you
is
didn't like the smell of my curl up and dye ointment that I
no.
use?
But all the outrage over how and it was wrong what he said to
But
Trevor
she acts
Lee.
surprised as shit.
It
Come
was
on.
wrong. It was wrong what he said to Trevor Lee. But I'm gonna tell you what, I didn't hear no outrage when he was putting out Katie's essay history. I didn't hear
Mm-mm.
no outrage when he was putting out Sebastian's. Are you fucking
Mm-mm.
kidding me? Are
People
y'all kidding
were
me?
using it for content.
In my opinion, from what I've seen off YouTube, okay, through his actions and what had been put out, is you've got a man that sat there that let his wife fight for my freedom, for my country, kept his ass in food and air conditioning and a car and worked, okay, and worked. It's great that that people can sit at home and be able to have one parent stay at home and raise their child, whether it's a man or a woman. That's great if you can afford to do it. That's great.
He
No,
pretty much dogged her for it.
and right, but then you're gonna sit there and was you outraged? Was you outraged about her being off serving the country and doing her duty when you were
Fuck
sitting there
no.
eating
Because
fucking
that gives her
burritos,
son a
bitch?
better
I
future
didn't think
too.
so. That's what makes me sick. And I don't want to hear any of these channels, not one of them that have dogged Chris and Katie, not one of them do I want to ever hear, ever again. We stand with SA victims. Shut the fuck up. I will bring this shit
Just
up
staying with
every
Katie.
time. And he did it to his own son. Are you kidding me? How
Right.
gross. And you have to have an attorney tell you that it's against the law to put that out, and Pascal just licking his lips wanting it. Y'all are gross as fuck. And I have no way. I don't know her address. I don't know her. I don't know Katie's email address or whatever. But I'm so glad that somebody sent her flowers on Mother's Day, because
Mm-hmm.
I would love to, while I'm down there, not meet her or whatever, just say, hey, go pick up such and such at this
That was awful
Walmart.
what they fucking done to her on here. That ain't right.
Gross. And my
And
husband,
then
they look. I'm gonna tell you what, and me too, both of us. If 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 we had exes, and like my ex would have done that said that mess about my husband and put that mess out, or if I had an ex and said it about me, we both. That call was nothing. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He said he was going to bring law enforcement with him, and then that's a threat? What? Are you kidding me?
Wait, the
They're
law
like, law
was
enforcement won't tell him nothing. No
No,
wonder.
time out, Chris wanted to go meet up with Chloe and said, I want
and
to
that
talk
was
to her
for,
and I'll bring law enforcement. He wasn't going to do nothing to her. He's going to bring law enforcement because
They were
he don't
cupcakes.
trust none of them. He said, for my protection, because he
right.
don't trust none of them. It wasn't to hurt her. Stop it.
Well, I thought it was also to, saying something like that would also to be meaning that if law enforcement was there, he wouldn't show his ass.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's the way I took it anyway, Rowena, but I see your point too. Oh, God. What do we got? We got a penis with ears here.
What? Oh, yeah.
A dickhead.
I wasn't looking at the screen, and I looked up so fucking fast.
Sorry.
He always wears the
I
same
didn't see
shirt,
that.
I
I
think.
clicked out a I clicked off a chat, and I was like, what? Who's T-Rev on the screen? Oh, no, wrong one. Wrong
It
penis.
does look like
Sorry.
a penis with ears, doesn't it?
That's Tony and Seth. Everywhere you Seth is, you see Tony right behind him.
And you know what else I think?
I'm sorry.
You know what else I think? I think that was Tony. I don't think it was cloned. I think that was him that
I do
said
too.
they wanted to come up, and I also think that it was Tony farting around trying to jump up on panel as Chris because it was the same trees. I went back and looked.
I caught that too. Facts, you're right.
You a slime, Tony.
Completely.
You a slimy.
He went up there
man.
twice. Remember, like that with the trees.
Yep, it was the same trees as what it showed in the background.
Of Seth's Live.
Yep.
He got busted.
So Tony, you trash. You a nasty, nasty, nasty man. And I tell you what have I said? Some people you pray for, and some people you prey on.
I just wonder, is Seth paying to do this shit to pull all this, or is he just giving him free reign and saying do whatever, and he's just...
I don't think he's paying him nothing. Are you kidding me? I don't think
he's a scammer from TikTok.
Yeah. He look.
We need a reward fund with all this money. It's time for a reward fund to come in, for real.
Oh, God, don't be saying
that money they got.
That'll be the next thing that they'll be starting up for, is one of them.
This should have been done 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But, let's name off what's happened to Chris and Katie, and then let's name off what's happened to Seth, okay? Chris and Katie, missing child. Katie's essay, childhood history being put out.
And threatened to be put out on a live stream.
Right.
The divorce paperwork.
The ex-wife, while you're going through a custody hearing, let up on panel.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not going to blame
people following you everywhere you go, borehorn betting them.
Right. You can't go to a motorcycle shop. You can't go
Easter
to the
dinner.
Cracker Barrel. I mean, good Lord, they didn't go to Chez Philippe. They went to the Cracker Barrel.
I think Mr.
For
Meal.
Easter. They had to leave their home.
Katie had to quit her job.
Yep. St. Jude has had to hire extra security, which comes out of a budget for St. Jude. Thank you, Tragedy Pimps. Y'all care about children with cancer? Fuck y'all. You know you don't. But that's just like off the top of my head. Okay, so then Seth, let's see what's happened to him.
Wait. You forgot.
His son is missing.
You forgot that they outed Sebastian's essay.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so let's go to Seth. What's happened to Seth? His son is missing.
He gets $25,000 in a GoFundMe.
Plus, he got at least $50,000.
I'm talking about bad things that have happened. I'm talking about
every now and then his shoulder hurts.
Okay.
Fired from surgery.
I mean, I don't know.
Wasn't there a reward fund, or am I imagining that?
There
what was the
was
thing
a
with the
reward
lawyer?
fund.
But it was a fraud in the end.
When he
Because
had
only took
20
checks
grand
and
in it,
cash.
when it had 20 grand in it, I mean, when the reward fund had 2,000 in it, but his GoFundMe had 20 grand.
Yeah.
Stop it.
25 when they closed it.
But you know, you got to sell T-shirts, so there you go. I'm sure you.
Oh, they was adding
it.
them up the other night, and that's a lot of money.
But no, I'm talking about the bad things that have happened to Seth. You have a missing child. What else? I've never seen a receipt.
His shoulder hurts every now and then, and he stands like Chris Watts with his hands above his head.
Well, and he's also tired from searching, you guys.
My body hurts. And
my body would hurt sitting in my truck all day too.
And as far as this rent goes, let me tell you something, bitch. You ain't got your
And
rent.
all of a sudden, that just come up, you know. And when the GoFundMe got shut down,
you ain't paying $5,000.
They got a 501k going.
You know, things like.
And Katie and Chris can't even go to Cracker Barrel on Easter to eat Easter dinner together. They can't even do that. Because that's evil. That's terrible.
They can't even get away.
Store. They got followed to go have dinner. They're not even supposed to have. They're not supposed to eat. They're not supposed to do anything.
They're getting pictures of it. Their camping spot.
Yeah, they're getting stocked
People's
down.
tearing down the posters of Sebastian.
She gets.
They're tearing down the posters of Sebastian and blaming Chris.
Shit's fucking ridiculous as hell. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? She can't even dye her goddamn hair.
When the Cajun Navy was there, they left 25,000 flyers there. So that Tennessee should be littered with Sebastian's face everywhere.
Wait a minute! I thought some of the money Seth has been collecting was flyer printing.
Yep. So I mean, let's just weigh it. You know what's been done.
Oh wait,
and I'm not picking a side. I'm not on Chris and Katie's side. I'm not on Seth's side. I'm on the side of stop it. I'm on the side of.
I'm on the side with no bullshit.
My husband would have beat his ass.
Did you see what Terry? Did you see what Terry Dean said in chat?
Ass.
She said there are banners up telling Chris to repent in the area. Are you fucking
they
kidding
had a
me?
preacher. Well, they had a whole. They had a whole little thing out there. That's when the. That's when the. They had a whole little. Prayer thing telling Chris to repent. They had a preacher out there and tried to have one of the searcher's sons that he's been out there every day searching, tried to have him arrested, saying he pulled a gun.
I remember that. They came up on panel and talked about it.
Yeah.
Him and his mom. Yeah.
But that was the whole Chris repent. I tell you what, honey, my husband, I'm just saying.
Seth's got a girlfriend.
Oh, did he?
Yep, her name is Michaela.
Huh.
Where's the timestamp with the trees? Do you guys know the timestamp with the trees?
I don't know the timestamp.
I don't know. I watched your live and then I went back and watched.
It's easy to see when you just kind of scroll through it like that. It's easy to see.
Yeah, so I was looking at that. But
there's two of them like that where he pops up as Chris with the trees. Looky there. You want to know about this in a little bit? Her daddy killed a child. I'm just saying.
Smelly, you nasty. Smelly, you are a nasty ass woman. And you're from my state. You're an embarrassment.
Damn, you spicy tonight, sister.
I am. I ain't had a gummy all day, and I've been fighting a migraine for 3 days and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ro.
They come up twice, Queen, as Chris with the trees. And I guarantee you, because every time Tony wasn't around Seth at the time.
Look at Seth at the bottom of there. It says, Seth Rogers. Hey, Smiley, this slow mode sucks, but what is this stuff? Did you know that Trevor Lee is a slime ball and that he leaked the audio file at Chloe's request?
I don't think Trevor did it. I don't. Josh said that.
There's no way
he put it out.
I don't think he did. I have a theory on who did, but
look, I do too.
Yeah, I don't think it was him.
In my opinion. Seth gave it to Tony, and
that call was given from Chloe to Tony Tony to Michaela. Michaela to
Michaela
Seth.
to-
Who's Michaela?
Yep.
I don't know this player.
Michaela is Seth's girlfriend.
Is Seth's new girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh my God, where the fuck she come from? They're like roaches, man.
He met. They met through all of this.
No fucking.
Mm-hmm.
We got him some tail too.
So he got a YouTube girlfriend.
Wow.
He's got a YouTube roommate.
Wow. Imagine if that was Katie getting a new boyfriend.
And I said, and let me finish. When I said his rent is not $5,000 so a month, so when he says that his rent went up $500, that would be the only way. Is if when you signed a new lease, if you were paying like $5,000 to $8,000 a month, your rent would go up $500. Stop it, brother. Real
And you
talk,
know, if
brother.
he could talk to his landlord and they know what's going on, they're going to be a little lenient on him more, you know.
Listen, I don't think he had to
different
pay.
than,
By the way he stated it, I don't believe he actually was paying rent prior to this, you guys. I believe that he now has a rent bill.
Well, because he now has a job.
all this money. Good point, voices.
Well, he now has a job based on income, and so is your housing is based on income.
I wonder if he still has a job.
Teresa J. I don't think maybe he's not. It's not his new girlfriend, but it's his girlfriend. People have talked about it multiple times.
Spade to spade.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm going to go take me some more Advil migraine. I just wanted to hop up
I
real
hope
quick.
you feel better.
I'll be in chat. Oh, now it's just that after headache, you know? That, woo.
Oh, when the brain feels too big for the head?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful, Ro. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's just say Ruthie learned how to jump up on the couch because I was like, baby, I cannot bend over and pick you up, girl. You're going to have to learn how to jump today. Today. But, yeah. So
I hope you feel better, Rowena.
Oh, I'll be fine. I just hope. Thank you, Chris, Katie. If you're listening to this, man, I'm so sorry about what's happened to you, but y'all are doing the right thing.
And they're strong as
by
fuck.
staying off YouTube and listening to law enforcement to find your son. Seth,
Amen.
stop doing what you're doing. Drop Tony. He's a liability. If you care about finding your son, you need to surround yourself with good people, not people that are just going to inflate your ego and your
Mhm.
wallet.
100% agree.
Sebastian deserves better. He deserves better from you as a daddy. Okay?
Somebody's going to show you tough love. You know, hey, this is your son. You got to, you know.
Like when he complained that, that people were getting vetted too much. That there's no such thing. Seth.
Right.
That there's no such thing as that. They should be to the fullest extent.
I'd rather
It's
them be
not
over
about-
vetted and under.
Exactly.
And he's
It's about the
so-
quality of people, the quality
I
of people that you have helping you.
So that proves that step handler, something still about that.
I can't imagine the frustration of being told, no, you can't go look for your child. But he knows the rationale of it. He knows this could put Sebastian's, let's say that you found him in an abandoned house or whatever,
That'd be your last memory of it.
No, I mean that he's alive, that he's,
Oh,
whatever.
good, yeah.
But you're going to tamper with evidence too. I mean, or if he's not, heaven forbid. I truly feel like, and I think there's a reason why he has not gotten that PlayStation back. I think there's a reason
And Twitch.
why.
There's two of them.
Twitch is a platform. The PlayStation.
No, a Switch. It's this little handheld,
Switch.
It's the little handheld
That's
thing.
what Gannon had. Gannon had his
It's different, not the platform. It's
his
little
It
thing.
sucks, and I understand that he wants this stuff back,
Right.
but I mean that's not the main.
They gave everybody else's
That's
back
not
but
the main
Sebastian's.
It's not the
But-
main focus, Like
but-
get that stuff
right.
back when he comes home.
Right. And when he comes home, then you'll get it back when law enforcement doesn't need it any longer. But there's a reason why that it's being held on to, and I get it, and it's not his fault. It's no parent's fault. Whatever happened to Sebastian, we don't know. It's not even a criminal case. This is just I don't want to say just a missing child, but it's a missing child right now. They've come out and they've said, hey, but they're still investigating. It's like, don't get mad that they're not doing anything because they're what? Not driving around squad cars on, screaming Sebastian's name. I mean,
Look at Idaho
there's
4. We had no clue. Then there's Brian Koberger all of a sudden.
right.
Yep. Do you know how many times LE and the crime scene, like the investigative team went to their house in the neighborhood?
Yes.
Almost a dozen times. Almost a dozen times.
I probably done learned for Summer's case what a shit show that was, and they got it now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, fuck this. Y'all ain't knowing shit. And we're not entitled to nothing, and people don't understand that.
It's just people literally just lose all common sense that they have when things like this happen, and they really do think that they have more information. There's more information they can siphon out that LE doesn't have. They really think that they're smarter than and can solve things from their house, states and states away. Like, it makes no sense.
Like Essin here never gets out of her chair,
Yeah.
My heart,
and tells Katie she's done more for her son than she has. That pissed me off.
And Seth, I know it's your son, but it's also Katie's son. So it's maybe change the verbiage a little bit. Our son, try to become a little bit more of a united front, to where if Sebastian did run away and he's hiding out or whatever happened, that he'll want to come back home. That's my prayer, that he comes back home, but he comes back home to a healthy family unit. Not a healthy mama, not a healthy stepdad, not a healthy dad, but as a whole unit.
Co-parenting.
Because if not, I'm telling it.
And Katie didn't even pay child support ever.
But I just hear so much anger towards Katie that maybe because of his own failures or whatever, maybe he still loves Katie, and that's why he's mad because Chris. I don't know. I don't know his mind or whatever. I don't know, but I just can't believe what. I would be fighting just as hard for Seth if anybody else, family or not, put out what's been put out about his ex-wife and his son.
In my opinion, he's a scorned ex-husband.
I do. I think he's very, very mad. I think his world
He's
got
a scorned
changed
ex-husband. And he'll do anything to hurt Katie.
He became homeless. That ain't her fault. And
And look, Katie, Sebastian was Katie's prized possession.
Mm-hmm. And
take what?
Chat. They said, "Well, I want to see all his history and everything." And I'm like, I don't. And I personally, that's just me. I don't, because I don't. From what I have seen, I'm not impressed. Even the stuff that's come out of his own mouth, and then him explaining his own little incident with Sebastian falling into his hand.
No, he hit Sebastian in front of his school principal.
So I just, I don't need to know. I don't need to know stuff that's private about their family. It's not going to help me.
And that would never been brought up if they hadn't brought up all this shit on Chris and Katie. But nobody wants to talk about what Seth has done, even though it's horrible and shouldn't be talked about. But what's right's right, And they just keep sweeping this abuse. He hit Sebastian in the head with water on his brain. Chris spanked his butt with a belt with clothes on.
It's just, I don't know. It just breaks my heart for Sebastian, because this is a lot of stress.
Me too.
This
Because
is a
he's
lot
lost
of stress.
now. He's lost.
We're hearing about it.
Nobody
He's
shows his
stressed out.
pictures or nothing.
We weren't living it. I mean, I don't know. There ain't no perfect parent. But, damn, brother. But
don't do that to the woman that literally took care of that child his entire life, except for 4 days a month.
And she's his mother. I mean,
I mean, look what she had for him. You could
And
tell
when
she
Seth
tried
couldn't
giving
get
him the
in,
best life ever.
exactly. And when Seth couldn't get into the Navy, she stepped up and she went into the Navy, and that's being a mom too.
And then
That's
Chris
doing
was
what you have to
military
do to
too,
take care of
and you
your
know that
child.
made him jealous. Mm.
And I don't know.
That's what I say. I don't want to say what I want to say.
I know, me either. I don't want to burn it down, but
Me
anyway.
neither.
And I'm
I
not
think a
attacking
lot of us
Seth.
are
I
on the
know I
same
sound
page and ain't
hard
got to
as
say a
hell.
word.
I sound hard as hell on Seth. I really do. But you know, it's like you can't pussyfoot around stuff and then sit there and go, do better. You need to do better.
Daniel Price in the chat, I think maybe you should read what you are saying, and maybe you should do better. And you're the sad one. I mean, I don't even understand how you could think it's their fault because he wasn't
Daniel, did you live
diagnosed
in that
with.
house? Did you live in there? Did you live in that house with them, Daniel? Did you live in that house with them? That's what I want to know.
I mean, he was being, screened by a doctor because he not only just had, this recent diagnosis, he had other issues too.
Yep.
Doctors were well aware.
And you had CPS that came out there and investigated and found no reason to take further action. So, Daniel Price, I guess you know more than them, right? See, I have an issue with that. I'm just not gonna say anything. I'm gonna mm, don't do that, please.
He can become
You
invisible.
sound like me. I love it.
Right over him.
Also, here I want to make a correction real quick. No, Mary's son was not murdered. Heifer next door lives there, and she knows her on a personal level, and said that is not true. That is bullshit. She said BJ's son did not kill her son. That is not true.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and Mary's even sat and talked about her son getting killed. Wow, what a fucked up woman.
Yeah, I figured it out too a little while ago.
Thanks for letting me know that, y'all.
Yeah, I just want to make a correction.
Yeah, there goes another fucking lair that cunt Cher told me,
Yeah, no, that was not true. That did not happen.
I'm sorry, Queen.
That's all right. I just want to make sure it's corrected. You know what I mean?
But I did want to look it up and make sure, so I didn't trust it either, evidently.
Danielle, I wish you'd come up and I'll be nice to you. I really will, I swear. But you can come up here and tell me about myself. But I think me calling out bad behaviors of whoever it is, whether it be a channel, a parent, whatever.
I would rather call him a missing child too, not an autistic kid that we're using for views. So, that's pretty trashy in my opinion.
Yeah. He's a teenage boy. That's it. Period. He's a teenage boy. He's not a teenage autistic boy. It's gross. See, then I'm going to be quiet.
Hey, can I ask y'all something to talk about before I talk about it? Because it's kind of insensitive to people, and I want to respect, because I don't know how y'all do it over here. But Sebastian having to wear extra undergarments. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's we just don't really bring it up over here because it's not.
Okay, that's why I was asking, Queen, because people, are very, what I'm saying. That's why I totally asked. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we know all about all that. We know what was said and stuff. We just, what I'm saying, it's not really necessary.
All right.
To, you know what I mean?
That's why I asked, love.
Yeah. Well, not to mention it's really private too, and it shouldn't even be brought up on this.
Yeah, I know, but it just pisses me off. So, okay, I'm shut up.
Hold on, Teresa says, let's see here. Do you all just not find it odd that CP and KP aren't doing anything? Never reaching out to the local news to beg for his. How do you know? How do you know that they've never reached out to the local news?
They haven't.
Or even just how do you know?
And Katie, talk to law enforcement every day. Every day.
How do you know? I don't understand. How do you know they're not calling every day? How do you know they're not calling the police every day and the news every day? How do you know they're not begging every day?
And the news can tell you no. You can say, hey, can you do a story on my son Sebastian that's missing? You know what? They might not do it. So you don't know what they're putting out.
Do you know who the two are that work with Ellie? And Ellie works with them? Chris and Katie.
Right. They're following the direction of experts, law enforcement. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what the main goal of law enforcement is? It ain't Chris or Katie or Seth's feelings. It's Sebastian. Finding out what happened to Sebastian and if any justice, whether if he ran away, if somebody took him, whatever is getting him justice. That's where their duty lies. Anything that they give a parent, that parent has to kind of prove themselves. Look at Steve Gonzalez. He could not shut up. Guess what? They quit telling him things.
And Teresa J, as I remember with the Riley Strain case, it eventually became too much, and they also got a PR person that spoke for them.
Well,
I think a gag order for all of them in this.
Well,
something's got to give. This
I
is
don't
getting
know.
dangerous.
Can't really get. I don't know.
They gag ordered Steve. That's why he got that lawyer talk for him.
I know, but you know.
Well, you notice they're not giving Seth any more information. Seth has said that law enforcement has quit talking to him. Well, I mean, it's very clear because he turns.
And that happened early, didn't it, Voices, when they stopped talking to him?
It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to earn. You have to earn trust. Trust isn't just. You have to earn trust. So, okay, law enforcement's going to give passes of like, okay, it's a grieving parent. Okay, they don't know. Okay, do all the things. But after a while, when you start hindering an investigation because you can't shut up, and then stuff that they're not even given, he's wilding out. Putting up. Do you think that law enforcement has the trust of Seth to give them critical information? No.
I wouldn't either.
Because their duty is to Sebastian. That's where their duty is.
The integrity of their investigation.
That's where my duty is. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm team nobody. I'm team. I just want Sebastian to be safe and to be home. That's it. And a good family unit. And if you got to go to counseling after all this to get it back on track, but I don't know.
Pecan, that's still, that's on my mind too, what Pecan said about the landfill.
Okay. Well, Allie and I know about this. We worked it out the other night. So
oh, good. Finally, because I'm just been stressing over that.
In the beginning, there was a report that the garbage had gone out that day, right? But the garbage weighed more than it did the week prior. So they immediately checked the landfill.
Yep.
And do y'all know that in certain, I don't know if it's there, but other places, there is a protocol for a missing minor.
Teresa, the reason why Ellie is talking to the Proudfoots and not Seth is because Seth has done. Have you seen Seth? Have you heard him?
You really ain't got to say nothing. Speaks for yourself.
Yeah, they won't work with him because he goes and he just says things
like
that
that Texas Roadhouse footage he told about. What the fuck?
And Seth knows damn well that's the reason why they're not working with him because he's been putting out shit that he shouldn't be.
Right. When an attorney has to tell you, do not go on a YouTube channel and read out a CP report, there's an issue. That's an issue. So, no, they're not going to trust him. It's not just the information that he gives to Chris and then Chris puts it out. It's all the other bullshit.
He was absolutely going to read that CPS report.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. They couldn't wait. That was a cash out gang thing.
Sure was, honey. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
SF Investigates was on it. And I loved it.
Cha-ching.
Right. And
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, think about this. Put yourself in Chris and Katie's position, okay? You've got creators out here talking about your husband's penis size. Are you kidding me?
No, I've heard them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're so. What's anybody's business?
Talking about Chris's, his foot size, and you know what that relates to.
Well, it looks like he's a bigger and taller man than Seth.
Well, and then we had the whole, bloated toe, stanky toe.
Right. all the stuff
bullshit
about
about the
That's
last
his
disrespecting that
name.
culture, you know, the Scottish. That's the Scottish name. That's disrespecting them, in my opinion.
It's disrespecting his heritage, Chris Proudfoot's
Yeah.
heritage.
Yeah. It's,
I'm gonna tell you what. If I had
everybody
an
looks all over
ex-husband,
that.
It's
my
2:30 in Maui. Hey,
husband
Mel.
would have beat his ass. Look, everybody's like, he's so angry. Well, yeah,
You blame him?
right. And he's abusive. What? Where? What? Because he spanked Sebastian with a belt over his clothes, and CPS came out and investigated it, and there was no charges brought. What? What?
Because if you hear him on
Teresa,
panels and give him a chance, he's a pretty cool dude to listen to. You find out a lot of good information about Sebastian, and he takes up for Seth and everything. But if he's on a channel it's disrespecting him, you think he's going to be nice?
Right.
Sorry, guys, hold on 1 second. Teresa, that actually came from Seth himself. That the cops, the LA wasn't going to talk to him about things. That's what he was angry about. Seth said that himself.
Have you guys noticed that we always hear Seth talking about searching and running the show and all of that? But do you notice we never actually see him doing any of that?
Mm-mm.
I see him stand beside a truck and wiggle his toes around and drive around.
Thank you, Rowena. Thank you. Now, listen, I fully understand why law enforcement has stopped communicating with him, because everything that he brings out, everything that they tell him, he brings it to a YouTube channel. At some point, law enforcement has to protect the integrity of their investigation.
Amen. And Seth showed more emotion over Katie on Coffin Daffers than he ever has Sebastian. He's about to cry over her.
If Chris and Katie were putting everything out, they wouldn't be telling them anything either. It's not that's what I'm saying. Seth, you're not a victim in the information. You're not physical therapy about the appointment when you went to North Carolina. They didn't victimize you and yell at you for missing your appointment. Stop it. Not everything. Yes, you are a victim of having your son missing. Do better. That's the only victim that you got. That's it. That's your victim card. Everything
He works
else.
with inmates. He learned from the best.
Look, I used to date a correctional officer in Tennessee. Stop it.
Well, I was in prison, so
I'm gonna play
I've
this.
done my time, baby.
I'm gonna hop down. I'm gonna go take some Advil. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in chat.
Good night,
All right, thank you for coming up, Roro.
Right here in front of Beach High School. In front of my son's high school. Of course, it's me. Trevor Lee, you slimy little slime ball.
Ho. Seth, what's going on?
Chloe, I asked her to step back because she was leaking stuff. I know you don't got me in the show yet, but she was leaking information.
You are in the show.
Oh, I am in the show. My bad.
He knew damn well he was in the motherfucking show. Now stop.
Look at that look on his face. He fucking knew. He's looking over there at Tony. Tony's watching from his phone.
Because Tony shows him trees trying to be Chris.
Yeah, it was weird, wasn't it? I can't find the timestamp.
It's coming up right here through this. And then they come on again and it happens.
I figured I was still backstage talking to you, Smiley.
No, you're in the show. You're in the show. Mic drop. Mic drop.
Pretty much. Yeah, Chloe leaked. Chloe gave the audio file to Trevor Lee, knowing full well that I would take the blame because I'm the person that does that.
But no, Heather, he was on the phone with Heather, not Chloe. So what the fuck? The call was Chris and Heather, not
And Heather
Chloe.
sent it. Heather is the one that sent it to like 6 people.
Right.
We missed this part last night. We didn't catch this. We were listening to other parts of it.
And then I did my own investigation to find out where it was. You sit there and leaked it off the podcasters and everything else, and then once again, all.
Then he accuses Trevor of leaking it off to podcasters when, in fact, isn't he the one that sent it to Josh? Or who sent it to Josh? Because Josh says last night in the lab, he says he's the one that leaked it. He's like, you knew that.
Yeah, because it was a specific day that he was supposed to turn it off, put it out, which would have been the day that Chris and Nina were going into court for custody. But before the lab played it, Terry Lynn played it, and Terry Lynn and the PI had been conversing.
And isn't it so that Terry Lynn and Robin, Seth's mom, also speak? So there's that too.
And Josh said that he talked to Seth and asked Seth if he could do it. And obviously Seth said yes because he done it.
Well, he said yes, but don't do it until this day. Yeah, he wanted it done on released on a specific day. Josh at the lab said that he had been sitting
after
on it
Nina's court.
Yeah, I feel like I've watched so much shit that I'm getting so many things like confused on days and panels and what happened. But isn't it this one?
Too.
Isn't it this live where when they come up, it's like the panel from My Nightmares, and they all kind of start saying, "Well, no, that's not exactly true." They're all kind of like telling on themselves,
right? And then it continued to go on, and
Seth leaked it to Tony, and Tony seen money signs on it.
I think Tony got it from Heather, because Heather admitted it in one point. I think when Heather comes up on this panel, she says she sent it to Tony, and then she says that she sent it somewhere else, and then it was
sent it to Seth.
Seth wasn't one of the names that she said she sent it to. It got sent. It was sent.
No,
from
but he starts bitching that somebody sent it to his fucking mom, but he didn't go ask his mom.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
either.
it got sent to his mom.
I
Why didn't he
believe,
call her?
honestly, in my personal
mother
opinion,
was in, you guys, his mother was in Terry Lynn's chat when she played it.
In personal opinion, if it is true that Seth's
Oh, there you
girlfriend
go.
Michaela had it, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Michaela and Seth's mom Robin,
Something's up with that mama.
Michaela could have showed it to or sent it to Robin. I mean,
how do we know Terry Lynn didn't send it to Robin?
Exactly.
Terry Lynn at one point, I think it was either
Terry Lynn got pissed last night at Heather and said you were blaming me for sending it. So how can she blame her if she didn't have to?
How we know Seth didn't send it to his mama to blame Chris?
There's multiple people that could have sent it at this point. Any one of these fuckers. And here's the bigger question.
It doesn't even matter because he turns around, he says he doesn't give a fuck because he's got shit that's way juicier than that. So
that was
why are
that's
you
just a money grab?
Why are you just fucking around in a custody case? Why?
Why are
I
you
know that should be like if as if it could get any worse, right? Like, now we're gonna be fucking around with that? Like, come on.
All uppity because I won't let. Hi, Smiley. I won't let my PR person sit there and.
Did he have the same outfit on today?
Yes, he always wears a green shirt, I swear.
Defend Chloe? Who the hell does Trevor think he is to sit there and tell somebody that's working for me to do something?
Smiley, I'm sorry, hon. I don't know who you are, and I don't know whose profile that is, but it's not mine. I've been with Seth all day.
I didn't say you were coming on my channel.
Somebody was out there saying that we were coming on the panel. That Tony said that we were coming on. We've been out here riding around all day.
And there you are.
Checking out places for searching and everything else.
Oh, yes. Riding around all day.
Okay, so I got like almost 17.
Yeah. So somebody went in there trolling. They didn't check the profile. Huh? That's odd. Nobody
I
seemed
loved
to check
it.
the profile,
Smiley
but
got
they went into
catfish.
everybody's chats. They went into everybody's chats and let everybody know.
She sat there like a fucking dweeb for an hour waiting for them to come up.
It was hilarious. Showed how desperate she is.
Yeah. They set
I
this
thought it
whole
was funny
shit up.
she got catfished the fuck out of.
They knew setting this up, they would come up there. I mean, come on now.
1,500 people in here.
Look at his fucking face. I just can't even stand like.
I know, and like I hate
But
when
let
I
Chris
know it sounds
smile and
terrible.
they're crucified to the cross.
But like when he just said they work for me,
Right.
it's like he's making it so obvious, and I'm sorry, but he's making it obvious that anybody that comes onto his quote unquote team that is not immediately like ready to jump on the bandwagon of finding Chris and Katie guilty no matter what, he just dismisses them. That's what I feel is happening. It's like every time somebody comes in and they want, like he got mad about not being told that he shouldn't go searching because of what he might find. That was looking out for him.
That's common sense.
Have you ever heard the case of the Boy Scout, when Boy Scout went missing and the Boy Scouts and the boy's dad went out searching and the dogs picked up on the scent and come find out it was his dad's scent because his dad was out there searching?
Good point, Cotton.
Yeah, it's Cold Case Crystal covered it. It was about a Boy Scout, and the Boy Scouts were out looking, and so was the little boy's dad, and the dogs picked up his dad and thought it was him. So that's, that's a good reason to not let them out there either.
Has anybody thought maybe law enforcement is allowed to lie to people? Has anybody thought that maybe law enforcement has thoughts that are, I mean, I'm starting to have some thoughts, but I don't know.
Mic drop. Sorry about that.
Okay, so I want you to know that I love Trevor and
Hey, I tell you what, I'm sorry. I thought he was a great person too. But after I saw, I got so many snakes that were in my group, I'm still cutting heads off. And it came as a shock to me. It came as an absolute shock that this man, I can't even call him a man, that this individual would sit there and lie to my face and then sit there and put out lies to begin with. And now he want to go out there whenever I'm in a podcast or whatnot, and nothing about Sebastian. No, nothing about my son. All about Chloe and her little clique. When I asked her to step back, she took almost all the searchers with them. And now people are like, oh, it was like a slap to my face. They don't know why I asked her to step back. But I asked her to step back because she's a private investigator trying to be a SAR person. You need to get out of the fit and get back to doing private investigation, which she wasn't doing. She wanted to vet everybody.
You blame her?
Right. Why would you not want to vet everybody? What the fuck? I'd want to vet everybody too.
That's pretty standard.
Like everybody. Like I want to know, what size foot they were when they were born. And it's like, I will accept help from anybody to find my son. And people are taking my good-hearted nature and just trampling all over.
Right there, look.
Yep.
How convenient. So I think a storm or something was coming in maybe, or is it getting dark?
You know what? That looks very similar as to just on the other side of Seth.
Yep. And it happens again. They don't say nothing. They just drop off. They were trying to set Chris
over
up.
And it's going to bring out the negative part of me that don't give a flying. Smile around and find out.
You're pushing away everybody that's trying to help you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that him himself? You know where I'm at, Trevor. Why don't you just go ahead and step out of Chloe's house and come on over, boy? And I'll show you what a man does.
Oh, you're really helping find Sebastian doing this.
Hey, why you sitting there changing your face? Hey, what? Can't spend the time looking for Summer no more, right? You want to say where I'm at? You see where I'm at. You don't know what I'm doing.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Why are you on this panel right now?
Why don't you go ahead and tell
Don't you ever, and I will let this be publicly known. You, Chloe, your whole team does not have my blessing to use my name or my son's name to ask people to search on their property. Like you have a contract with me. Trevor, you need to go home, boy. This is out of your
Trevor is the one that
league.
brought attention to this case in the beginning. Fuck you, Seth. I'm sorry, Queen.
Yeah, and he said you need to go
Trevor's
home.
the first one that brought this.
Like, what? I don't understand. You want all these people's help. You want everybody's help, but then you want
He's getting rid of all the good ones.
What the fuck?
That's actually out there searching. Yeah, Chloe, he's criticizing whatever Chloe for searching and not doing PI work. She's doing both. Take what you can get.
Well, she was. She has now since stepped down as well.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. But you know what I mean, voices. She had pictures and stuff, and she was doing both, and he criticized her for searching. Take what you can get, man.
Is it because if I recall, I'm the one that's
Yeah, is it? Because if I recall, I didn't ask you to respond. I told you to get off the panel, boy. This is my son, not yours. My.
So he tells him to get off the panel, and he expects him to have to listen. Like that's, I mean, what?
And it's Katie's son too, boy.
Exactly.
I really
No, it's
believe
Katie's son. So I mean,
I believe we're seeing the real Seth right here.
He's a covert narcissist, in my opinion, and his mask is finally slipping.
Well, my other thought is, you see that this is how he acts when he gets a little bit of pushback. Taking care of a 15-year-old child that has been recently diagnosed and is known to have some challenges can be a very challenging thing also.
In my opinion, he was a little intoxicated here.
You think so?
In my opinion. Oh, yeah.
I didn't even catch that.
I don't know. As I said, they were out there sitting there talking, and I don't know about that, but.
Son, not yours. My son. This is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I named him. I named him Sebastian. I named him Drake. I named him Wayne. I named him Rogers. That's my last name. Take your Trevor Lee ass and fuck off, dude. You want to son? Literally, this is my goddamn son.
And Katie's.
Seth.
What the hell was that fucking power trip about?
That was where Tony took the camera from him, or took the phone from him.
Seth.
What the fuck is really going on?
Yeah, that's what I'm wanting to know. What the fuck?
Ain't no motherfucker gonna rip my phone out of my hand. When I'm talking about my son missing. I got mute. I'll get ghetto. Sorry, Queen. I'm going to jump down and chat and listen.
And then removes himself from the panel.
Yeah, and then takes himself down there after he tells him to get down and tells him to get off, boy. This is out of your league.
Trevor, are you okay? Well, that went well. Right. I'll hold on, see if I can get him back. Call him back. You call Seth here. Okay. I'm so sorry, Trevor. Okay. I'm so sorry, Trevor.
No, I'm sorry I came and did that. The panel's not the place, but the past 2 weeks behind the scenes, people don't know the amount of things that have been said to me by that man and the man standing beside of him. And I've sat back and said, this man is a grieving father, and I've tried my best to give him the benefit of the doubt. But that stupid PR person sits by and tells me that I need to leave the case, that I haven't done anything, that he's here, he's going to get information, he's doing all this stuff, while the people who care are being thrown to the side. I get it. I know he's going through a lot. He should tell you guys how many times I took his call at midnight to listen to him cry because he was venting about his case because nothing made sense and he was mad at the whole world. Right. I've done nothing but try to find his son, and I don't deserve an accolade for it. But don't come in here and scream at me and call me a slime ball and try to take away my credibility for the things I've tried to do since the day that his son went missing.
I get that, Trev.
But I'm sorry, your panel was not it, and I'm going to get down and you can do it on your show. I should not have done that.
No. And I apologize, and I thought he knew he was on here, and I want you to know that I do back you, and I'm sorry, and I do want the world to know that I back you, and don't ever think any different, hon, okay? Because I always said from day one, I believe you'll be something, and I still mean that with my heart, and this has really tore me up. And now that you've had your say, just keep doing what you're doing. And I do want him to come up here so I can speak with him and say what I need to say. And if he's watching, I hope he's man enough to come back up here and let me continue this with him.
I hope any family out there, please do not bring on, I'm not talking about Tony, do not bring him onto your case. Tony has done nothing but cause problems. Seth, it was so much different. His team was all about
Seeing that Tony works for Caleb Harris, the younger guy that went missing. He ordered DoorDash. The DoorDash came and he vanished before it got there.
Yeah. In
Sebastian,
San Antonio,
Tony has caused so many issues. He has been blackmailing me for about a week, threatening to put out that I released that audio call, which I did not. Seth pushed it out, but they've been blackmailing me, and that's why I haven't been able to say anything. And I finally have this week, and this is what happens from it. I'm not going to be silenced and blackmailed over something I did not do because they don't want to take credit for it. If they're scared of Chris and they don't want him to know they released the call, then don't release it. They pushed it out. They pushed that call out. I did not, and I'm not going to be blackmailed because they want to have some sort of issue over me. I'm here for Sebastian, and I'm here for Summer since he wanted to bring that case up. I'm here for all the kids and all the families that I work with, but I'm not going to sit here and be run over because what I'm trying to do is bring these kids home. That's all I've been trying to do.
Absolutely, and I get that. Absolutely, Trev. Absolutely. Okay, Trev. Thank you, hon, and you take care of yourself, okay? Boy, Smiley's never been lost for words. Seth, if you're watching, please jump back on my panel. Please, Seth. You like I don't need, okay? You know, you mentioned Summer Wells. Don Wells did for over 3 hours. His Seth. Minutes. Huh? I said, I wonder why Seth comes in my chats, but I want why sing of a minute. Thankfully for to come on. Something odd about him coming in. In fact, I've told all creators, you should leave Seth. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, here's Seth. Okay, Seth. What? Now what?
First of all, I meant no disrespect for you, Miss Smiley. And I will tell you right now, Chris Proudfoot ain't nowhere near me.
Okay, so you're sitting there watching me. So why did you come on here like that? Why? Why? I mean, who is lying? Why? What is going on right now? What?
Yeah, somebody said that you were first. There's a lag on this thing or something?
I'm sorry, what?
I said there's a horrible lag.
I'm sorry. Now go ahead. Can you hear me?
He said there's a lag. It's
Can you hear me now?
It's a service. He froze.
Oh, you froze. You froze.
Test.
People giving me shit because I want my son's stuff back. They took his stuff. That's all I have. It needs to be back in his room for when we.
Yeah, see, we've seen all this bullshit.
Yeah. It's just gross. I don't know. I still just keep coming back to there's YouTubers that openly and willingly participated in getting a copy of a recorded call that really doesn't prove anything. Do you think that a judge would I don't know. I can't see how that recorded call that we all heard would help in a custody case. Honestly, one might think that a judge would use that against the person that's bringing. I don't know. All of this is gross and wrong. And Seth, if you should hear this, get off YouTube. Get away from all of these people. Not one of them has your best interest at heart. I don't even begin to believe that they're really doing anything to help you find your son. I think it's a merry band of internet grifters that they see dollar signs over your case, over your son's, the disappearance of your son. Maybe you should go back to church and hit your knees and stay the hell out of the mess. That's it. And if Chris and Katie hear this, we support you. We support you. Keep doing what you're doing, and I'm sorry they're doing this to you. Oh, this is the first time he's been the good guy. Yeah. Okay, well. I don't know. Nana, I can't. Y'all, Nana's not drunk. I can't figure it out. I don't get it. Like, you are willingly fucking around in your missing child's case. Willingly. I honestly don't know. I support surviving Sebastian too, Cericia. Isn't his rotator cuff out of whack? I said he's got a shoulder injury that happened a long time ago. I don't know.
So this is Chris Proudfoot on Illuminati last night. This is some of what they had last night, like but he was saying. We'll play some of it.
That would have never been true, and that was a concern with mine. So was it a little heated? Yes. He is in the same trade field as me. He's not an operator. He's a salesman. And he made a comment to me, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but yes, So, I mean, was I put in my place? No. And I was, Mr. Mathis, I don't care what his end game is. I don't really care what his role is in this situation. I think that is a conversation him and I need to have offline. That's not something that needs to be put out in the public view. It's all it's going to do is cause more chaos, more rhetoric. I don't need the headaches. I'm not here to play the games with them. It's simple. We all have the same mission at the end of the day. It is to bring Sebastian home safe and sound. That is the mission. That's it.
Agreed.
There's a difference in taking a high road and a low road, and quite honestly, that can be dealt with after the fact. The mission is Sebastian finding our son. That is the mission.
Agreed.
So yeah, he was on here for a while last night. I don't know if I don't think she'll strike, but I don't know her, so I got to keep it covered with the fair use. But here's the screen so y'all can see.
Offered to help, and can you talk about that at all?
Yes, I mean, so there's a lot of organizations out there that are willing to volunteer to come and help. That do not necessarily need fundraising, but there are some organizations out there that may not be as big as others that may need some fundraising. But at the same time, I do think that before organizations become involved, that they without a doubt have to be vetted through law enforcement. I think that no matter what, don't matter who you are, what you want to bring to the table, if you're not vetted through law enforcement and we don't get the Humney Domney A-OK, I don't think that they should be involved. And it's no disrespect to anybody. I
agree with that.
It's a safety precaution for Sebastian.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Well, and you see why. I mean, it's a safety precaution for Sebastian. It's a safety precaution for them. It's not rocket science.
It's a safety precaution for Katie, myself, and Seth, and anybody else involved. There's too many questionable things out there that could arise to different levels of different things, and it's not what we want. We just want to find Sebastian. We want to bring him home. There's been a lot of stuff out there, like me and this I believe her name is Captain Canine Jules Valente. I think remember her name?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that would be
I
our
was going to
friend.
say, is that the Julia dog handler that was
Yep.
on there? Or?
It was on Web Sleuth. Yes, ma'am. That
Oh,
is.
fuck. Okay. Oh,
That's
fuck.
Julia. Yes, that is the same
Yeah.
one.
We had a very long conversation. We did. And I told her, I said, if you have something that law enforcement doesn't, I am very open to accept it. But if you just have the same thing that law enforcement has, I don't want anybody else in my house. I don't. And it's no disrespect to anybody, unless you got something, or unless law enforcement themselves come to Katie and myself and say, hey, look, we want to do this. If they say that, they know they have the green light to go ahead, but they will have to be here. Other than that, I'm sorry, folks. I love the help, but I don't need people in and out of my house. I don't. I'm not going to. And it's no disrespect, but there are other ways if you need things that we will accomplish those things. But people aren't coming in my house, period.
Chris, at this point in the day, I don't blame you. At this point in the day, I do not blame you for not letting anyone in and out of your house. Don't blame you guys.
Chris, are you uncomfortable in any way with members of Seth's team that have recently been shown to have current criminal activity going on? And I don't know, have you looked into seeing, or have you been shown that yet?
As far as there's certain individuals that I have that things have been brought to my attention on. I'm not going to name who or what. It's not. Right. I'm not going to sit here and bash them on any show. I don't care where it is. I'm not doing that, because at the end of the day, they are still people. They have lives, and I don't think it's fair to bash them for any reason. That's not my job. My job is to be a husband, to be a father, a stepdad, provide for my family, be a good citizen to society, provide what I can, and live my life. That's my job, and that's it.
I want to give you an opportunity to clear something up real quick.
I mean, can he be any more clear? Shit.
Well, that's pretty much what all citizens should be required, unless you live in YouTube, and then, you can be shitty.
I think it's important. You were talking about Julie, and I had looked into Julie a little bit just because of her canine training, and I had come across her production company, and I had kind of questioned it just based on how everything was going. A lot of this just seems like a damn movie going on. And so apparently,
It did to a lot of us.
Posted a couple comments. I want to read them to you out of respect and get your response to them. I think there's 4 of them. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. It says,
is this guy her husband or something?
I have no idea. I've never watched this person before, Queen.
I haven't either. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if that's her husband or her partner or just somebody that she like a co-host or something. I'm not sure.
I'm just going to say it. I don't care. I'm not confirming that it's CP, but it's either someone he's very close to or it's him. I've literally had enough of the childish BS. Before that, she said, I'm extremely convinced of who Truth Not Feelings is on that one channel. They were stating facts that I know only one person would know. Also, remember the type of leash, but not the weather. She says, he literally came out of left field and started blasting my film company. And then she said, if it's a match, meaning she's running cross-reference checks, probably using, never mind. Anyway, if it's a match, guess what? LOL. Him and all those people, it's harassment of a federal officer. And if they have been dragging my name through the mud, congratulations, there's an extra charge. Would you like to comment on that?
Sure. So if Mrs. Valente is listening, and if somebody wants to play this to her, please, I'm okay with this. What she does need to know is I promise her that whatever she wants to run, she's going to be disappointed to find out that whoever she is speaking to.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say, Truth Not Feelings has been in here before. Wow. That's funny. This lady really doesn't know how YouTube works, does she? She don't get it. Wow.
is not me. She should know. She should know whoever is, I don't know, trolling. I don't quite understand some of these terms, trolling, impersonating, trying to be whomever.
Let me give you some backstory just a little bit. So basically, I made some comments in one of Illuminati's lives. I went up on panel on that, and then I was on panel over in Granny's watching. And essentially what it was we came across the day before in Clue's live, her production company, in the movie that she did. And so for us, it was just interesting that you have someone who came out of nowhere and also had the production company. And so I just simply asked her a few questions, and apparently I was you. And that is threatening a military personnel. Also, because you're former military or still current military, would be is someone a military police officer when they're off duty?
Hey, Queen.
So,
yeah, baby.
You know who that is? That's that guy that came up here that day and was like, meow. He was somebody's lost house cat or whatever. That's the same guy, Queen.
Is it? No shit.
Yeah, that's his voice. I recognized it all of a sudden. I was like, wait a minute. That's that guy with the nice deep voice. That's him.
Yeah, you know what? I think it is.
It is. It is. Oh, wow. How cool is that?
Yeah, he came up and called that one lady out. What was her name?
Oh, God. Who the hell was it? You guys remember in chat?
Yes. Yes. Allie said voices is correct. Yes.
He was
debunked Harmony. Yes.
Yes, that's who it was. Oh, God.
Hold on. Let's see here. Brogan said if you go, hold on. What are you talking about? You had a quote. You had something that you said up here that I marked it or pulled it or pinned it. Something about putting pressure on the mom, and you'll find answers. How do you? Okay, interrogate the mom, hardcore, and I guarantee you will get answers. What do you mean by interrogate the mom hardcore?
So you think Katie's polygraph?
Right. What do you want them to interrogate her hardcore, baby? What do you mean by what do you want? What else could they say that's hardcore, more hardcore than the police already saying that there's no foul play from the family? Like there's no foul play. You can't make it into something it ain't. I mean, the police have done their job. They've interrogated Katie. They've interrogated Chris. They've done everything they can do. It's not a criminal investigation. It's not something that I think people get things confused maybe.
I'm with Sticky. What do you guys want him to pull her teeth out one by one until she admits that now she's toothless?
I mean, this is back before. This was like when this first happened. Let's see. But here's the police officer stating that there's no
There's been an exhaustive search for Sebastian Rogers, but with few updates from authorities in recent weeks, some have wondered, is enough being done?
We're doing everything we can do. Every time a tip comes in, we follow up on it.
Eric Craddock is chief deputy with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office and heads up the investigation. He sat down for an exclusive one-on-one to talk about what they do when there are few new leads.
I think in the absence of information, what we'll continue to do is go back over everything we've already done once, put a fresh set of eyes on it.
To that end, Craddock says searchers recently found a pair of glasses, which they are checking to see if they belong to Sebastian. He says the parents continue to fully cooperate.
Any evidence of foul play? We have not cleared anyone, but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
I asked about exclusive home security video obtained from the neighborhood the night Sebastian disappeared. You can see two suspicious light sources, which we've circled here in an area behind the teen's home. Since we first aired the video last month, authorities have said
no evidentiary value. It is of no evidentiary value.
Can you tell me what those lights are?
No.
Why?
Because the investigation remains ongoing.
And so
And I'm pretty fucking sure Gray Hughes debunked these lights.
Yes, he did. Yes, ma'am, he did. Gray Hughes did debunk those. It's the garbage. It's the lights from the garbage truck, and they're reflecting off of a window, I think. But anybody else think that officer looked a little Colin Farrell like?
Or it could play a role down the road depending on developments?
We don't know what we don't know. So yes, it could play a role.
So many are, of course, closely following this case. How difficult has it been, all the noise on social media?
Oh, the rumor mill on social media has done nothing to advance this case.
Craddock says investigators continue to work the case daily and deal not with feelings, but facts and evidence.
There's no stone left unturned.
Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Oh, pecan. I hate it when those internet problems happen.
Yeah, see, this...
I don't understand why people from the internet just think that they can just demand, even though there's been the law enforcement has done their job and done things, you think it's your right to demand, go get her, light those torches, grab your pitchforks, go get her. You guys are so ridiculous, making mountains out of nothing.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
sorry.
they pick up the pitchforks and kids like, go kill the beast, kill the beast.
Kill the beast.
Good God.
Here's
where they scaled the search back. This is where the police said they had to scale back.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Eric Craddock from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and I'm the Chief Deputy here, joined by Ken Weiner, the Director of Sumner County EMA. Wanted to come to the public and give you guys an update on the search for Sebastian Rogers. Last Monday morning at about 6:30, Sebastian was reported missing from his home. Since then, we've conducted an extensive and exhaustive search around the home, looking for any evidence, any trace of Sebastian. At this time, the decision's been made to scale back on the ground search operations. Let me be clear that this does not diminish our commitment to finding Sebastian. This is simply us transitioning from the ground search to the investigative side. We are still committed to finding Sebastian and bringing him home safe. We have no leads, no details to indicate that Sebastian is not alive. We are going to follow up on every lead. We have a planned response if anyone has a sighting of Sebastian. Our patrol deputies will be out. Our investigators will be out. We are still coordinating with law enforcement across the state. We are still consulting with experts. This decision does not come lightly. We have consulted with, and I've deferred to the experts in search and rescue. Every time we've asked, they've said you've done everything you can do. At this time, Director Weiner.
Yeah. So we'll continue to have a command post at the fire station there. We won't man it 24/7, but we will have K9 units in the area. We'll have teams ready to go. The sheriff's office will have deputies on patrol, and if we get any report, we'll respond to that location. We'll send K9 to that location and search teams should we get any information. So we will continue, and any tips we get, we will reactivate to the level we need to respond with.
I'd like to take a moment and thank all the first responders from across the state of Tennessee that have come out and helped us in the search for Sebastian. They've come from as far as Knox County. We've called in the State National Guard to help. The Army National Guard was here to help. If there was a resource we thought we could utilize to help locate Sebastian, we've used it. And we will continue to do so based on the leads that come in. The Sheriff's Office continues to urge families to check your properties, to check your cameras. No detail is too small. If you have a detail that you think is important, please call 615-451-3838. Thank you.
Wow. Really seems like they're doing everything that they could possibly do.
Right.
Doesn't look like they're just half-assing it. I don't know. But I still have a question as to why there's a whole group of YouTubers that think it's okay to take a call and
yes and no. So
something that's not.
I didn't even hear what you said. I'm sorry. A whole group of YouTubers. What?
Oh, I still am just baffled that a whole bunch of these YouTubers that claim that they're just, oh, we're here for the victims, we're here for this, we're here for that. Yet they sit on a call and they leak it on a specific day. Go take your gumball and stuff it up your pecker again, asshole.
So this, let's see.
Good evening, and thanks for joining News 2 at 5. I'm Peyton Kennedy in for Kenley Hargett. It's been nearly 3 months since a Sumner County teen disappeared from his home. Happening now, Jeeps and bikers are gathering in Hendersonville, riding for hope amid the search for Sebastian Rogers. News 2's Nikki McGee has more and the message from Sebastian's father.
Well, it's been just a little over 80 days since Sebastian was last seen, and tonight his father holds on to hope that this won't turn into a cold case. This evening, dozens are gathering to take a ride from here at the Rudder in Hendersonville over to Beach High School, working to keep Sebastian's name alive. This is one of several events that have taken place along Old Hickory Lake, passing out flyers and encouraging others to stay active in this search. Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, says he's gotten an outpouring of evidence and tips. Recently, he even went to North Carolina after a possible sighting. Tonight, he hopes the community will keep on guard looking for Sebastian. And again, Sebastian is 15 years old, 5'5" and 110 pounds.
It's a never-ending nightmare. I mean, I literally got off of work one day and found out my son's gone. And he's still gone. There is no break in this. You know, if I get sleep, I have dreams of my son. When I wake up, he's not here. There is no ending.
Now, again, this ride is going from here to the Rudder over to Beach High School, where a visual will take place at 6 p.m. and that is open to the public if you would like to join. In the meantime, if you have any signs or sightings of Sebastian, you're asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Reporting in Hendersonville, Nikki McGee, News 2.
Yeah, so these are the newest ones here. This was okay. So here's one from 2 days ago. Let's see.
15-year-old Sebastian Rogers went missing from Hendersonville nearly 3 months ago. The community is not giving up hope by organizing search parties and prayer vigils. Another event is scheduled for this Sunday. Peyton Kennedy is here after talking with one of the organizers. Peyton.
Yeah, Nicole, this Sunday, everyone is invited to join a ride for Sebastian, followed by a prayer vigil and a cookout. The organizers tell me that so far about 300 people are expected to join the ride through Hendersonville, with many coming from out of state. They'll be carrying signs with information about Sebastian. You can participate in whatever vehicle you would like, whether it be a car or a motorcycle. No registration is required. There will also be an escort by Hendersonville police. At 4 p.m. at the Rudder. It's a restaurant on River Road. The engines will start at 5 p.m. and the vehicles will end at Beach High School for a 6 p.m. prayer vigil with multiple speakers, followed by that cookout. Shalon Williams, who typically leads the prayers at Sebastian's vigils, says this is a story she believes has touched hearts near and far, and it's clear in the amount of people they have traveling to Hendersonville for the event Sunday.
We have a missing teen who's 15 years old. And at this point, we just need all hands on deck. People want Sebastian home. And so many people across the country have reached out to us and just how can we help? You know, what can we do?
So this would be one of those ways to show your support. And with rumors continuing to circulate regarding Sebastian's disappearance, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office tells us this morning there is no new credible information to share. They've looked into these social media statements that are swirling and found them to be false.
See, y'all are being lied to and you're believing it. You're buying the bullshit while you're throwing dollars at them. The only thing that's happening is that a fool and their money are being parted with.
You got it. You got it.
Right there, the news is telling you. And I don't always believe mainstream media. I think that they lie to us more than anybody else. But right there, they said there's nothing swirling around. You know, they've investigated it and it's nothing. So that should tell you that they're even seeing people associated with one parent, specifically the one we were watching tonight, is not always being truthful. And y'all fall for it. Gross. Well, I got 2 feathers made tonight while we were doing this, so. And Mason went to bed. He finally gave up on me. I said, screw it. I'll go lay down on the couch.
Yeah, and there's another, there's somebody else that's been tagging the hell out of Sebastian Rogers and talking about everything but Sebastian Rogers.
Jesus Christ.
And again, I can see why people are concerned and stuff for Seth's mom, but I mean, I'm more concerned for Sebastian's mother. Really. I mean...
Oh, that's what that just reminded me when you said that. So one of the things that Terry Lynn said on that panel with Smiley was that she wasn't going to dirt a woman who was grieving. And that we know was Heather, because Heather had just said that she started that off by saying she had lost her grandmother.
Okay.
So that almost makes me believe that maybe Terry Lynn got the call from the PI, even though the PI is trying to say that it would, oh, well, all of this is a matter of court record and you could FOIA it to get the court records, but you can't FOIA a child custody case to get court records. That's not going to happen that way.
Yeah, look, okay, so look, they went to eat today, 2 places, only people that were there were content creators in the team. This is not just normal. This is no one's stupid. People see this.
There you go. Pascal did a magic trick. Oh, you guys are making it really hard. These people make it really hard. Wow. Pascal, I'm really disappointed.
I mean, he thinks he's really doing something good.
Yep.
That's the crazy part about all this.
Real talk, Queen. Real talk.
Yeah, like so does T-Rev. T-Rev thinks he's doing something good too.
Well, here's my thing. Hey, Pascal, what good did you do? Did you search?
Right.
Did you start a donation fund? What did you do? Oh, you went there and you were just like Molly Golightly and all the rest of them that go on location, film themselves being there. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Crazy.
Mm-mm. You know, I feel bad that any of us helped him now and helped tweet and all of that for him.
I
Oh,
don't.
go
It
back
is
to
what
Chris.
it is. You know what?
I know.
What, baby?
Woodstock says, go back to Chris talking. He actually mentions you, Queen.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. He was say I think he said something about he listens to us every once in a while.
It's really nice.
He gives us a shout out.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Well, that should.
Listen, at least he knows we got his back over here for, you know what I mean? He's not all the way alone. Shit. We understand what's going on. We see it. We see what's up.
It's gross. Anyway. All right, love. I'm going to hop down.
All right, baby. Well, you have a good day or good night. I appreciate you coming up and hanging out. I know we've been on here about 3 hours and it's bedtime for me. I got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, 5:30, but 5:30 comes early when it's 12:30 in the night. You know what I mean? Gives me about 5 hours, 6 hours sleep. So,
girl, I don't know how you real people do this shit in the real world. I hiked 2 hills, did a craft fair, and I spent my whole day in my house coat and nightshirt because I couldn't do it today.
yeah. Sometimes you just need a rest, you know? Sometimes you just need a rest.
And that's what I did. All right. Have a great day.
All right. We'll talk to you later, love.
Bye.
Yeah, so this, I mean, you can tell this shit's getting messy. It's been messy anyways, but it's getting even messier. And just, the simple fact that it's all content creators going down here. I mean, that's kind of, it's almost like a dead giveaway. They all came down for this like they did at the, with Summer Wells. I mean, kind of, it's almost like the same thing. Just different content creators, That's all. And see, I didn't know Pascal was supposed to go down there. I didn't even know that he was going to go down there. So that's kind of different. That it was kind of surprising to see him down there. Because I didn't expect it and I didn't know he was going either. So I also didn't expect T-Rev to be moving down there and snapping a picture of Seth with his legs open, sneaking a picture either. So that was kind of strange to me. That was real fucking strange if you ask me. But I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for Chris and Katie. I mean, they get talk shit too. They get talk shit about. They're nonstop being hated on, nonstop being fucking, followed, attacked, watched, stalked. I mean, goddamn, it would get real old real quick. It would get really old really quick. That's for sure. I can't blame him for being upset. I can't blame him for being angry. If you guys want to go watch the rest of his, or you guys want to go listen to him, he was on that. Her name's Kaluminati. I'll tag her. Her link in the description, so y'all got it if you want to go back and watch it. Y'all have a good night. I'll catch you on the flip side. I will be live tomorrow morning, so I will catch y'all tomorrow morning. We'll be on early, probably about 8 o'clock in the morning or so. So I will see y'all in the morning time. I hope y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for hanging out. And you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here, baby. Good night, Bumbles. I'll talk to y'all in the morning.